chat. We're starting. Ooh, Wukong chat. Wait, this is the demon land. This is the demon land. Adania, that's my sister. Wait, are those good graphics? Never mind. Dude, I thought that was great graphics. What's going on?
Wait, the YouTube stream is behind for me. I gotta go on Twitch.
Ooh, Lukita chat. Everybody's crying. Dude, they're continuing the story of the land of the morning dookie. The Magnus. It's a king. The Magnus. This is where Wukong is coming from. Serendia.
What is this? Wait, who is this?
Yeah, who is this?
Is this fucking Armin from Lost Ark?
Who is that? Oh, Delita. Garma.
Did you not play the story, Roach?
I don't remember that bitch.
Camisylvia. Dude, what if they have a collab with Nintendo and they have Zelda in this game? Oh my god. With her green hat and little sword.
Yes.
Medaya. Ganon! It is Zelda! Hello, evil. Serendia. Ah, my pussy!
Slavia.
Come, Slavia.
Just keeps called it.
Yeah. The ancient stone chamber. Welcome. Are you awake? New graphics shot. New graphics engine. When it opens up, when the pussy opens again, it's gonna be new graphics. Watch this. Watch.
Oh, I'm waiting.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Wait, it's so realistic! This is Unreal 5.
Oh, wait. This is Unreal Life.
God damn it. What is this fucking 80s porn star music? Fucking riding that dick for an extra scoop of cream corn.
Hello everyone and welcome
Enlave.
to Heidel Ball 2025. My name is CM Enlave, I'm one of your hosts, and joining me today is CM Kazaka and CM Knox.
Wait,
Hello,
who
I'm
the
CM
fuck is
Kazaka,
this
and
CM
I'm
in the
super
middle
excited to
though?
be here. Let's have some fun today.
Yeah.
Hello, adventurers. I'm CM Knox, and
Is that
excited, I think,
CM
right?
Kasaka?
Yeah, absolutely. It
Yeah.
is time. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you all, chat. I hope you're all very excited. We've got a lot of exciting stuff on the way today. I am very, very
can't hear
excited.
anything.
Obviously, we know what's going to go on and how it's going to work today if it's your first time at a Heidel
It is
Ball
very
or a
low
Cosmic
volume,
Ball.
isn't it?
Essentially, we
No, well, I have the site muted.
Well, our jobs is going to pretty much go over the
think.
updates that
How
are
do I
being
do
said
this?
in Korean, and
Just
we
mute
will
my
be
stream and
basically
open
telling you what it is in
the
English
original.
as best and clearly as
I
possible.
don't get Elly
So
cards if I mute
we
the
do
stream.
hope that we will
Hopefully.
we'll do our best.
The tab, you
and
fucking
just sit
moron.
back, relax,
Are you new to
and
Twitch?
type Poggy Woggies and chat whenever you guys are happy with an update.
Wait,
But
can you
yeah,
mute
we're really
a
excited,
single
guys.
tab?
So it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Today's
What
stream
does
will
the
be
CM
kind of
stand for?
splitting the
Come
roles of each of
master?
MCs,
Oh.
Yeah.
and, if we'll try our best, of course, to
How do you mute
make
a
sure
tab?
we're translating.
Can
as
only mute a
live,
site.
Dude, I
seamlessly
don't
as
know
possible,
about
but
you
we hope
guys, but this
understand that
show is
it
already
a
the
live broadcast,
best.
and
With
there's always
CM
chance for,
Kasarka
yes.
bring me the latest of
So,
BDO.
The odd
I
bit of
think
ad
Do you
lib.
we're
guys
bringing
see
our
his
guests on
shoe
stage,
fucking
so let's,
size right
Yeah.
transition back.
Okay.
This man is a size
take a look.
18 shoe. Whew. Whew, Chad. Whew.
And on stage, we're welcoming our heads Chasuk and Won-Su.
One suit.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Hello,
I'm Jay So
Jessup Chang,
Jang.
head of Black Desert Live Service. He's ad-libbing.
Hi. Anyan.
And I'm Wansu Yang, head of Black Desert Game Design.
안녕하세요.
Oh, I hate you, Roach.
It's
It's not
been,
even possible.
6 months since we
Are they
last saw you.
triplets?
How have
That's
you been?
toxic. Take it back.
I've been doing well.
Hello, Tarok. That is
Me too.
wait, oh, they
I've been
really
working
do
hard
look
getting ready for
like
today.
triplets. He's not wrong.
Oh, there's some little bit of ad-libbing here where they're
Yeah,
joking, like,
this is
oh, you're
the
looking good.
part.
Control
Sometimes we
C,
might go
Control
ahead
V,
a line
Control
or two,
V, Control V.
chat.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Coming from the future.
that's because of the ad-lib.
So something special about this Heidel Ball is not actually occurring
That's
in the capital
racist.
region,
It's
but
not
on,
racist. They're
Daejeon,
triplets.
actually.
They're like literally the same height.
Up until
they're all
now, the
wearing
ball has
glasses.
always been held in the capital region, and honestly, seeing adventurers travel long distances just to attend always left me feeling a bit sorry. So we've been wanting to hold a ball in a different region for a long time, and today we finally made it happen.
Yeah, got the same
right here in
haircut and
Daejeon,
stuff.
the heart of Korea. It feels really special, and more than anything,
Chat.
I want to sincerely thank all of you who came out in person today.
WPA.
We've got a lot of exciting summer updates to share with you. So whether you're here with us on site or tuning in online, I hope you enjoy the show.
Fuck,
and
dude,
have a great
I'm
day.
stepping all over Inlab in them. Ugh, why do they have to
We
be
just had
down
a video
there?
of Adania, and we're officially unveiling it today.
Wait,
That's right, we're officially unveiling it
what?
today.
What are they unveiling?
Adania at last. I
Edania?
think. And
What
a
is
lot of our
Edania?
adventurers have been waiting.
That's
And
the demon land.
That's the demon land?
Yeah. That's
That's my
right, we know
land!
many of you have been waiting, so we've been working very hard to bring it to life.
Oh my
we
lord,
hope today's
Jack.
announcement
The
will be
demon
exciting
land.
for everyone.
I think we
Stop
can all say
it,
that we're all
Skippy.
hyped. But I think today's video had scenes from the old main quest.
Dead
and it
game,
did
this
bring
guy
back
says,
memories, but
oh
were
my
there
god,
any
he's a
deeper
lost
meanings?
art
Well, I
player.
wouldn't say it's anything
Nothing's
too
gonna
symbolic,
save your
but
dead ass
Adania
game.
is actually the final chapter in Black Desert's Act 1, so we just wanted to take a moment to look back on the journey so far.
Stoops, I'm
And then the video
sorry.
starts
Cover
in
your
Adania,
ears, baby.
And time seems to rewind all the way back to the ancient
Stoops,
stone
cover your
chamber.
ears.
What's the meaning behind that?
Even Stoops
That was
agrees.
intentional. It's a symbolic way to set the tone for today's update.
You don't have
The
to hear
new
this,
region,
Stoops.
Edania is
It's
meant
not your
to be
fault.
a new pinnacle,
It's your
a
game's fault.
destination to strive for. In the past, we've designed new regions to be as accessible as possible, so that more adventurers could enjoy them. But this time, it's different. Even veteran players will find Adania challenging, right
What,
from the
Chad?
start.
It's gonna be challenging the new area.
You'll need real growth, real
Real
preparation
growth.
to
Real
go
growth.
deeper.
What
It's
kind of
Real
not just another expansion.
preparation.
It's a true end game region.
A
We want
true
it to feel like a
in-game
place you look at and
region?
think, one day
Wow.
I want
But I
to go
heard this
there.
game had no endgame content.
And I'm going to make to conquer that place and make it
Come
mine.
to think of it,
Chad, are we
previous
gonna
regions like
finally
Morning
get
Light were quite
in-game?
beginner friendly too. So why'd start today's update story back at the ancient stone
Ooh,
chamber?
chat, new player shit. Chat, perk your
Wait,
ears
Ancient
up.
Stone Chamber.
This is for you, chat. This is
The Ancient Stone Chamber
noob
is the
stuff.
symbolic starting point of every adventurer's journey. So today's update follows the same path, starting as a rookie, getting used to the game, growing step by step,
Okay.
and eventually reaching Adania. We'll be presenting updates for every stage of the journey, with something meaningful for everyone, for newcomers to veterans.
And
I
let's start.
see it now. So today's theme is all about the road to Adania
Yeah.
and journey step by step. I think I like that. But
Okay.
I have to ask, is there no new class announcement today?
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
many hammers?
Release the monkey.
how many errors?
Hold.
Yeah.
There's
clip.
been rumors flying around, I think everyone's seen it. And people seem
guys.
almost sure it was going to be Wukong.
Shrimp, you're so fucking
clip
delayed.
is-
Oh yes, we do have a new character. Last winter, I made my debut alongside Deadeye as a new class myself, if you remember. And today,
No, I'm
we
actually ahead
prepared
of
another
you.
new class, but we'll be saving that for the very end of today's reveal.
What? They're saving it for the end? Why are you guys talking about it then?
It's
It's been 6 months, so I guess I'm an old class now.
all right now. I guess
What
we'll
the?
hand
They're
the stage over
edging,
to you
What?
What the?
both, and then they'll be sharing
Wait,
all
are
the
they
updates.
gonna show the Deadeye trailer again?
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah,
I'll fucking
imagine.
install I'll install Lost Ark right
Let's
now if they
begin,
show
chat.
the
Let's
Deadeye
get ready.
trailer again.
Let's prepare at the beginning.
Here we go, chat. The beginning.
As Jessup mentioned earlier, today's Heidel Ball is all about the adventurer's journey in Black Desert, from the ancient stone chamber all the way to Adania. There are 4 main chapters covered, each with its own theme. So let's jump into chapter 1.
Hello, Desuyo. Okay, chapter 1. Okay.
Okay,
What are we doing? Are
the
we
journey
deleting
begins.
80% of items? What? What does it say?
Chapter
Does
1.
anybody read Korean?
I'd like to begin today's reveal under the theme, The Journey
The
Begins.
journey
We
begins.
That's
chose
like
the
5 years
theme
ago, I would be able to read
because we
this.
wanted to share the excitement of starting a new game. helping
Yeah.
new adventurers starting in
lost
the
your
game
eyes.
filled with this anticipation
No,
get
I just
accustomed to the world
studied
is
Korean
something
a
we
long time.
consider very important. So, we've been offering various benefits and tracking how effective they are. But we
Okay.
noticed an interesting pattern this year. While those who adapted quickly grew at an impressive pace,
True.
there were still many who struggled to get familiar with the game.
What are we
a
doing?
clear divide in player experience. So, going forward, we want to re-examine the entire early game journey and focus on improving areas that are lacking or confusing.
Okay, that's good. Intuitive.
Chat, stop spamming
They gotta remove the story.
So I'd first like to talk about UI improvements. One of the most common feedback from new adventurers is that there's too much information on the screen.
Yes.
In particular, notifications about enhancements or items
God, thank you
constantly
so
pop
much.
up at the top of the screen and overwhelm the
WPA.
players. And
Thank you
the
so
world
much.
map displays so many icons and functions at once, making it difficult for new adventurers to navigate the map through this sea of info, let
It only-
alone figure out how to use them.
It only took them fucking 8 years.
좀 어려워하시는 그런 부분들이 있었습니다. 기능은 되게 많은데 이걸 어떻게 활용하지? 이걸 좀
So,
어려웠는데요.
The first
가장
improvement
먼저 이 상단
is
표시
the upper screen notifications. We're separating usual notifications from unnecessary ones, ensuring that the new adventurers aren't overwhelmed and only see what they truly need. For example, things that are not needed in the early parts of the game, such as other adventurers' item enhancement and rare drops, will be displayed by default, while info required for progress such as Black Spirit notifications will be enabled by default.
I love that.
We also
Loves
know
it.
that the veteran adventurers must have found the top notifications inconvenient at times. For example, after a long cooking session, all the cooking complete messages would flood the screen at once. Or when multiple world bosses appeared simultaneously, the notifications could get mixed up and confusing.
So much shit.
We will address these issues
Can't they
as
just
well
put that
as
in patch
through
notes?
this update. The top
Shrimp!
notifications will be synchronized
Stop
with
it!
the
These are
most
patch
recent
notes. Are you
actions to prevent the
stupid?
notifications
Yeah,
from
but why
piling
do you
up
have to
and
go so
display
long
instantly.
over it?
And their effect
Sure, what do you
has
want
also been
them to
shortened
fucking-
and cleaned
what-
up
shut
to
up,
reduce
Shrimp,
visual
you're ruining
clutter.
my
Additionally,
mood.
several issues related to notifications were fixed. On top of this, in response to popular demand, you'll be able to enable and disable guild members' enhancement notifications on your screen and chat.
Okay.
말씀 주셨는데 이것도 이번 기회에 같이 추가되었습니다.
They're just stalling, Shrimp. They don't have anything better to show.
Okay,
They only have
nice.
Wukong to show at the end.
We're starting off with a QOL.
Next, I would like to introduce the improvements to the world map UI. We think even veteran adventurers will really appreciate this one. You'll be able to see where your old family characters are directly on the world map at a glance. Before, if you wanted to check where your alts were, you had to open the endgame menu or go to the character selection screen. Some players even replace their portraits with world boss images to see where they are parked.
Yeah.
Now you can simply click Manage Family Character icon at the top right of the world map to check their locations anytime.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty
Basically,
nice,
you can just see
actually.
everything on the world map now.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's
I'm
take a
gonna
look
need
at
a
the video.
fucking TLDR what he just read. I didn't get none of that shit.
It basically shows all your characters in your family where they are
Oh,
on
it
the
shows
map.
kind of all your characters. in the
Oh,
list.
it shows where all of them are. W chat, this is
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you
huge.
can see where they are.
So you can see your whole roster and where
That's
you
cool.
left them
We like that.
last.
So it seems
That
they're
is
displayed
so
by region.
nice. That is really good.
That's a nice
so
quality of
information.
life.
Look, your level 64 is over there. Your level 3 is right
So
here.
like each region has like a number and that
Is
shows how
that
many
good? That is
characters
so good, dude. Clap.
As we saw in the video,
Clap,
all your
dude.
family characters'
That's really
locations
good.
are displayed by region and can also be clearly seen on the world map. They will be grouped together as you zoom in and out.
All
And
world
selecting a
boss
character from the
alts.
list on the right instantly moves the camera to their location. If the characters are grouped together, they will be highlighted with an effect.
Oh. So you can click on the map and it changes you to that character?
All the features that could be found in the escape endgame menu will be available here too. Even the character's energy stacks and mounts can be viewed from the character list on the right.
That's so
Their inventory
big.
can also be seen by selecting them from the list, and this is the most important feature. Through this feature, you no longer need to change to another character in your family to move them to a desired location. Rather than explaining in detail, let's go ahead
Oh,
and watch a video.
oh. Okay, they're gonna show us, chat, how does a feature works.
Okay.
You can auto walk
There's a lot of
somewhere?
nice quality of
I
life
think
stuff
that's
at the
what
moment,
he
chat.
was hinting at, right?
Seems decent.
Well, you probably didn't know, but you can already walk your characters to a place and not be on them.
Oh, yeah, but, like, it takes
choose to move
hours.
them, or you can
1
choose
hour.
to
Oh,
Switch
yeah,
to them.
that's nice.
Yeah. It's probably still gonna take 1 hour.
Ooh, there, and it's by nodes as well.
But yeah, you can move them through nodes now too.
Yeah, so it's not just where, you know, it's not just the main city now. You can actually
Oh, wait, you can
to a
move them
node.
to nodes now. They were just main
5 million and
cities.
20
That's
minutes.
20 minutes.
That's nice.
That's
All
not
nice and everything in
bad.
one UI now.
SW.
That's actually
Next.
good.
As you can see, previously the character could only be moved between towns. This feature
Quality
now
of
allows
life.
characters to be moved to nodes as well, meaning you can place your characters
Good
where world
quality
or
of
field
life.
bosses spawn, and for many other convenient purposes. Please note that
So
the
you
travel
actually-
time
you
remains the
don't
same
have
as
to
before, and moving between
move
towns
all
is
your
free,
boss slots
but
when
moving
you
to
go.
nodes will cost a small
From
amount of
one
silver.
character.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Well, it costs 5 million every time.
5 million is pennies.
That's nice. I like that.
It's nothing.
Next, I would like to talk about streamlining the world map UI. As we were developing the grouping feature on zoom-ins and outs for the management of family characters, we took this opportunity to clean up one of the most confusing aspects of the world map, the knowledge icons.
Okay.
Honestly, I was doing the knowledge runs myself. Those icons were often hard to spot. I would constantly zoom in, tilt the map around.
Oh, yeah.
We'll improve that so you can see how much knowledge you are still missing in an area, which should make
Oh, this
things
is
a
pretty
lot
nice.
easier.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
The world map is an essential UI for adventuring and offers many features, but we have heard from many new adventurers that is still too complicated.
Yeah.
With that in mind, we have made some major changes. First, we have separated the main menu from the sub-menu. The filter at the top focuses on most frequent used options, making it much more intuitive to turn it on and off. We have also enhanced node list and search functions
this is
so
the
you can
quality
find the
of life
information
Heidel
you need
Ball?
more easily.
Video does a lot of
Also,
good
the
quality
secondary
of
menus
life.
in the bottom right
They're gonna
have
get
been
to the
removed
good
to the
shit
top left,
soon.
streamlining the overall visual flow. With the knowledge icons better organized, we'll keep refining the map to make it more user-friendly and polished overall.
Okay. I like
I
this.
like this kind of unification,
Map
integration
improvements
of
is
everything.
pretty big for me.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Okay. Next, I'd like to introduce the new integrated event page. Previously, you'd have to check the website to see what was going on. Then open the quests window to accept the event quest. Sometimes, open the world map to find the location and get dice from the bottom right menu. The process wasn't as
Okay.
user-friendly, making it hard to keep
Finally,
track
that
of the
icon is
events
gone.
big or small. So,
Okay.
as you can see on the screen now, you'll be able to view all event information in-game.
Oh my.
You can view a full list of ongoing
Oh,
events
PA,
at a
we love you.
glance. Use the button to get directions to the event location or accept the starting quest
That's
directly.
pretty nice.
It will also
That is so good.
It was also difficult to see how much time was
Is it
left
gonna
for
be in
each event.
Korean? That's gonna be
But
hard to
now,
read.
events are about to
only gonna
end
be in Korean
will
for
be
us.
marked with an icon, helping you prioritize which
Time to
event
study
to do
again, Rich.
before they expire. That's actually really nice.
네, 다음은요. 지난 코멘터리
Up next, we're going over the buff UI.
버프 현황판입니다.
Next is something we briefly introduced in
You'll
our
be able to
Okay.
see your buffs
Ah.
from the Mine Information page. From Combat XP to Life XP, a total of 33 different buffs will be displayed, so you can view everything at a glance without having to search for every buff individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you select a specific buff, you'll get detailed information on where the buff is coming from. For example, if you choose
Ooh.
Mounted EXP, you'll see exactly how it's being applied from your character's base effects and
I like
pets
that.
to events, training levels, and mastery. It will also display how much buff is calculated so you can clearly understand how each one is working.
That's pretty nice.
That's really nice.
Pretty nice, chat.
It might seem a bit complex at first, but given how vast Black Desert's content is, we believe that having accurate, detailed info is essential. The new buff UI is built to make sure you're not missing anything, and we'll continue improving systems like this in future updates too.
Okay, now let's show me the new class.
Okay.
Please.
That's really nice.
Chat, none of these people
Next
in this
is the
stage
enhancement
play
UI
video.
improvements. There are two major
Enhancement
changes.
UI improvements.
First,
Oh,
a
hold up.
dedicated enhancement material storage, and second,
Just the UI
a
though,
clearer and more intuitive update to enhancement terms
Wait.
and functions.
Let him cook, clinking.
Currently, materials like Advice of Valks and Valk's Cry are scattered across characters and also take up space in your
True.
Pearl inventory.
Is it going to go to my
With the
A new
family?
inventory.
There'll be a new enhancement inventory.
Oh.
Items such as Chromstones, Advice of Valks,
yes.
Valk's Cry, Fairy's Blessing, and Hammers will
this is big.
automatically be stored in this inventory.
Yes, a
This
new
inventory can be accessed
inventory
by your
for
entire
enhancements.
family, and the items can be used directly from it without needing
That's
to manually
so
move them.
good.
It will be especially helpful for managing all the different types of Advice of Valks with
By the
this
way, my Velia
inventory.
storage will be empty
However,
now.
Yeah.
materials like Blackstone or Origin of Dark
Is
Hunger,
this good?
which can be
Dune,
registered on the
clap,
central
Dune.
market
This is really
or have
great.
other specific
This
uses,
is actually
will
like
still
5
be
big
managed
booms
on an individual
Yeah, this
character basis
Dune,
as
you better
before.
clap. This
That
one is
is
good.
a huge.
That's a huge W.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Chat,
that's really, really nice.
half of my
And
chat
one of the
doesn't know
most
what the fuck a
confusing
BDO
aspects of the
is.
previous enhancement
Just
system
clap,
was
chat.
the
When I
stats.
clap, you
Originally,
clap,
the
okay?
Stats were meant to be a kind
You hear
of
us say,
compensation
ooh,
for
ah, that's
failure,
good. Just clap.
but became
Yeah.
an essential part of the enhancement process. So
Sit
we've
tight. Let
unified
me
the
see those
terminology
hands
to
clap.
enhancement
What
chains
game is this?
and
You clap,
streamlined
Mr.
related
Dims.
features such as Valk's Cry and Devour, so they can all be used intuitively within this system. That's really nice. And as you can see from the UI, when you choose to increase enhancement chance, you'll be able to use Valk's Cry and even Devour.
Dude, this is really
As
good.
this is more convenient than the
inventory
current Devour system,
for
we
just
expect it to be a
enhancement.
big improvement for the veteran adventurers. And we expect the
Clinking,
new
clap.
adventurers
This
to
is
naturally
huge.
understand it as a function to increase the enhancement chance.
That's looking really clean.
That is
You
such a
don't have to
clean
look for
UI.
stacks anymore.
Yeah.
It even shows you like
Okay.
recommended.
Next, the term use Cronstone didn't clearly communicate that this feature protects your gear during enhancement. Now,
So we
it will be
remove
replaced
Cronstones.
with a much clearer term, level protection. It'll also be improved so that you'll select the materials yourself when using this feature. So, this change should help prevent those accidental moments
Hello,
Wait, we
Heat
get
Fever.
two
Forgetting
hammers?
to use the Cronstone.
It's
Overall, this
And 3K
redesigned
crons?
enhancement
Hold
UI
up.
is aimed
Wait, Heat
at
Beaver's
reducing
my number
confusion
one clipper?
and making the system more intuitive for new adventurers.
Beaver, you get VIP
We'll
for
also
2
continue
days.
to make improvements in a way that this is more convenient for our veteran adventurers to use. Nice.
No more forgetting Cronstones.
Yeah. That is
Next, while this isn't related to UI, we also prepared some benefits to help our new adventurers. First, Tuala accessories, which are seasonal items, will no longer fail enhancement at Try and below. The
Well,
season server is designed as a mini version of Black Desert
Clipping!
World for new adventurers to
Chat.
experience.
What the hell, man?
But since it is also important for
did
them
they
to
do
know
They
that,
added the Metis
accessories
shit.
can be destroyed when enhancing, so destruction will still occur. But for only enhancements at Try and above, to make it
Yeah, you
less
also know a way to
stressful when
enhance.
trying to gear up with Tuala accessories.
I mean, to
And
be
from now
Did you
on, we
struggle with that,
plan to
Kingpin?
provide
I
new
mean, to be
adventures
honest,
with a
nobody's
settlement
struggling with
support
this
fund
shit.
about 10 billion silver.
Yeah, don't you just
We've
buy
been
like
analyzing
80
data
and
from
fill up your
last
whole
winter to
inventory and
this
just
year
tap
and
them
found
raw?
out that new adventures typically graduate from
I
season
ran out of
server
stones
in as
for
little as 3
crafting
days, with the
accessories
average
and
of
shit.
being
I had
around
to buy
9
the
days.
season pass
We think this
just
is
to
a
get enough
reasonable
fail
time frame,
stacks
but
and
most
stones
players
and shit.
graduate with about 400 million up to 1 billion silver
Wait,
on hand.
they're giving season graduates 10 billion.
I think that'd be really nice for people.
Wait,
to
it just
get
showed
started.
10 billion.
While
there.
we do offer various benefits, once you move to main server,
Yeah,
you'll need
it's-
to gear up and start enjoying all kinds of content which requires some
Dude,
starting
that's
funds. We considered
huge.
providing items, but honestly, nothing beats silver. We believe
Oh
giving
my.
silver instead would offer more flexibility and choice For this reason, we will be providing all new
I do
adventurers
not get
who
this.
graduate
Veteran
with a
players
10
also get
billion
10 billion?
silver support
Yes.
fund.
This is every
We hope
season,
this will
every
aid
time
you
each
in
season you get
shopping
10
on the
billion.
main server or use it in any ways that help you
Wait, I
grow.
could just
No,
create a
no.
character to get
However, to
6
prevent
bil-
any
60
potential
billion?
exploits, the full amount won't be given at all at once. Some will be provided through main quests and some through content. So please keep this in mind as you get started.
That's like a good way to
Yeah.
like, start off, get those necessary
That's
items
really
from the
good
central
though,
market
to
system.
give players
Start
like a
getting,
lot of
little,
money.
like
That's
goals as
super
well, with all that
huge.
kind of silver along the way.
Well, what does count
the
as a
silver.
new
If
adventurer?
you think about it,
Next, I would like to
yeah.
talk about another feature
You
that
won't be able to
many of
exploit
you
it,
have
Shrimp.
requested.
Let's just say that.
Now, even if you
I don't want to
used
exploit it. I want it on
used
my
up all of
account.
all
I
your
want
party
10
Black
bill.
Shrine attempts
Why
in
would they
one
give it to
day,
you, you
you'll
fucking
still be
idiot?
able
You're
to
not
have other
new.
adventures.
Well, I can do
Previously,
the
you could
season
only
2.
retry bosses and difficulties
guaranteed.
you had already cleared, but now you'll be able to challenge any boss or difficulty as many times as you'd like.
You can carry people
There
in
have
the
been
party,
adventurers who have
boss
expressed
rushes, 'cause before
frustrations
you- if
over
you have
wanting to
to
help a new
use
guild
it,
member but couldn't because they had already used up their attempts. So we hope this update
adding
will be
busing to
meaningful for those who
video.
want to help others.
Yes! No
Please note, however,
lockouts.
If you don't have any remaining attempts, you won't be able to receive rewards. We previously updated Ataraxion to allow adventurers to skip straight to boss fight, but we are aware
yes,
this
after
this
you
also made it
finish
harder
your
for some
Black Shrine
adventurers
bosses,
who used to help others progress through
couldn't do
Ataraxion.
different ones.
We
You can
plan to
retry the
address
same
this
one
by
if it's
changing the
solo,
way daggers are obtained.
but if you do like
Daggers
the
will
party
drop
boss
from the
rushes,
bosses
then
instead
you're
of
locked
being
out, but now
awarded
you won't
as
be
a
locked
quest
out.
reward. This change is scheduled to go live with the update on July 10. That concludes our updates for new and rookie
July
adventurers.
10. Oh no, that's when the
Okay.
Wukong
So
is
that
coming
is,
out
I
too.
believe like one of the
PvP! Here we go! Delete it!
We're going to be going over
Delete
kind of a roadmap for the
We deleted PvP.
updates section.
Come on,
Okay,
please.
nice.
Yeah,
Delete
that
it,
we
please.
Nice. See them all
Okay,
together.
so
Cut-
you can
cut the
see,
cord.
when
So you
these
can
things
see
are-
Just
for
cut
us,
the cord and
from July
delete it.
10th, we'll get the Actoroxion
I want to
boss.
see. I
July
want to see the world
17th
burn.
For us, we'll get the world map UI changes, the
Wait,
Black
those are-
Shrine retries. July 30th, the enhancement UI changes.
And
well,
one
August,
more thing
we'll
before
get-
we move on to the next chapter. Recently, we held a mentor and mentee
Not
event.
yet, not yet. We're still
Wait,
going
they're not
over
releasing
the
everything at
world map.
once?
Your
Oh,
spoilers.
okay.
So in August, you can see. Yeah.
They should have released everything at once, but
And then,
Yeah, what the fuck
is
is
also
that?
gonna be
September,
So,
dude.
as I said,
What?
we had mentor adapted and progressed 4 to 5 times faster than those who didn't. We found that the more support systems we provided to help new adventurers adapt, the better. So we're planning to expand these efforts in the long-term plan as well. Okay, it'll take some time to implement, but we're
videos
also working on
very
revamping the
on the
Olvia
side
area
of
in a
Korea. They leave
particular,
us guessing when it
zone.
comes to these
We're calling
events.
it Olvia
Hello,
School,
Renak.
a school for new adventurers with support from Calphian. That part of the Olvia will be rebuilt. Here, you'll be able to hone your skills by battling various monsters and try out cooking and alchemy with designated ingredients and shared tools,
Yeah,
helping
this
you
is
learn
long.
the
I'd
game's
probably
basic
wait until, like,
systems and in a
the new
practical
season
way.
changes
We
come.
plan to operate Olvia
you
School
start.
in classes, and even after graduating, adventurers can stay connected through alumni groups with ongoing support for forming lasting in-game communities. It will take some time until it's built, but since the scenery of Olvia will change significantly, we encourage those with fond memories of the area to visit there before the update goes live. And in
Okay.
short term, we'll be refining our early game systems as introduced today. And in the long run, we're preparing an entirely new beginning area. Our goal is to help new
I know it's a
adventurers really
gold.
experience what makes Black Desert fun right from the beginning.
that sounds like a big thing.
That's really nice.
That sounds
I think
nice
it's
for new
Blinding
important
Stars
players.
End.
to start
And
that
this-
journey.
Okay, here we go. Chapter 1, the journey begins.
Chapter
We're
1,
done with the new
journey begins.
players.
We're wrapping up.
Come on, veteran
11
improvements.
years of Black Desert, but there can be never enough quality of life improvements, I think.
Absolutely.
These updates aren't just helpful for new
So,
adventurers.
so
as
that
they
was
get
mostly
started.
for the new
They are
journey
full
chat,
of
new
changes that make the game
players,
more comfortable
quality of
for
life. Shit that doesn't really interest a lot of us much.
We still have
Except for that enhancement inventory shit. That was giga.
we still have plenty more to share today.
Yep.
Next up is Chapter 2, which is going to focus on getting familiar with the world of Black Desert. So let's dive right in and see what's coming next.
Quality of life is good, but not sexy.
Into
Agree.
the wide world.
Ooh, the
Chapter
wide
2.
world. Shrimp, oh, shrimp, you can fit in this world.
We're growing, chat. We're growing. And next updates for those still getting familiar with the game. Since a lot of these
Dude,
are
look at
quality
the
of life
rewards they got on there.
updates, veteran adventurers may also find these updates useful.
Man.
Once again, UI updates come first, which start with what so many adventurers have been anticipating.
Okay.
The all-in-one preset.
All in one preset.
This is not the first time I'm talking about the all-in-one preset, and I've always felt sorry for making you wait. But now I'm happy to say that it's almost ready to be released. With the all-in-one preset, you'll be able to view all your various settings on a single screen. What really makes this feature shine is that your preset will automatically apply when you enter specific content. Take the Arena of Solari, for example.
This is good, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Am I going a bit too
It's
far
basically like
ahead?
you can have like
Yeah, sorry,
art,
chat.
you're like
Your-
PvE setup.
Take the Arena of
preset
Solari, for
over
example.
Like your
like
crystals
You
presets.
can
and
now
everything, like
pre-select your
change.
preferred
Crystals, your
preset in
skills,
advance,
Yeah.
your artifacts,
just like
whatever.
what is shown right now. If you're out
Is this
PvEing
good?
and get matched up for the Arena of Solari, your settings will automatically switch
It's
to your
good if you
preset
do
for the
multiple
arena.
type of content.
And they'll switch
Yeah.
back to the default settings after the match.
This deserves a clap in my opinion.
In this way,
It's a
you'll
clap?
be able
Okay.
to set up presets
Okay,
for
chat,
each
you
type
guys
of
can clap.
content.
Media
It would be
training,
easier to
clap.
join Guild League as well. However, while Caroline's buff has become essential, it's causing issues in various content like
This
the
is
Guild
a good
Run.
one.
We considered extending its duration, but honestly, we feel it's better
Carolyn
to
is the
remove
bitch that gives you the
unnecessary
crit damage buff
upkeep
in Heidel.
altogether to simplify things,
Wow.
both now and for the future. So, we're gradually phasing out Amity buffs, like Caroline's and Aliston's. Now, you might be thinking, how are we going to deal with DR classes from now on?
Yeah.
That's a
Delete
fair
it.
concern, and we'll be addressing it shortly after. Going back to all-in-one preset. I am zooming, chat. I am zooming. I'm very sorry. At first, it was going
You
really
should get
fast,
one of those
and then
applause
I'm
now
like,
signs. Yeah, I should get
So the
one.
idea is to kind of make everything a bit easier to upkeep
Yeah.
and simplify.
I should put it in my chat. Hold up.
we're addressing it shortly after. Going back to the all-in-one preset, definitely didn't get here already. The auto-switching feature is currently being tested. So, and it is being planned to launch in August 28th update. We apologize for the extra wait, and we want to ensure it's fully polished and delivers the convenience it's meant to offer for all adventurers.
Fuck.
Sorry,
I don't
chat,
have
I
my
was
clap
zooming.
emote here.
I thought I was actually behind. Well, next up, Adventure Log Reward Integration. Adventure
Okay.
logs are crucial, play a crucial role
Wait.
in progression by boosting
They're gonna
key
remove
stats
them.
like AP
They're gonna make
and
them
DP.
easier.
But with stat rewards
Yes,
spreading
just a
across
water
multiple
stat
logs, trying to collect them all can feel overwhelming. With this update, completing just Igor Bartali's adventures will grant you all the stat rewards, including
Yes.
AP, DP, accuracy, and evasion,
Oh
max
my
stamina,
God,
MP,
chat,
and
clap.
HP.
It's
This
your
is a big
chance.
clap, guys.
Igor's got it all.
That is really
Igor
good.
has got it all.
Becoming more
Wait,
Clap.
what do they mean by completing? Like the last book too?
Now,
So,
you
if
might
you
wonder
finish
what the other
Igor's,
adventure logs
like,
offer now.
whole book,
To
you
address
get the
this,
rewards from
we're
every
adding
adventure log.
special rewards
haven't
like
finished
colored
the last
titles
one.
to them, turning them
Colored
into
titles.
challenge
Colored
or
titles.
objective-based content.
Oh my God,
In
this is
short,
big.
they'll become optional rather than
Copy that from Discord.
mandatory. For adventurers who've already completed these logs,
Oh,
the
BOC.
rewards will be distributed right after the update.
Colors.
If you haven't
Yes,
yet, the
Fiona.
choice is
Clap.
entirely yours.
Clap for colors.
So for new adventurers
Yes.
are
We need
also
colours.
immediately met with the mandatory quests, like those for the campsite or tier 5 pet, right after starting the game.
Free campsite,
But with
free
more
tier five
mandatory
pets.
quests added over
I don't know
time,
what's happening, yeah,
many
just
new
clap.
adventurers have found the early game overwhelming. We're working on improving this experience as well. That said, we'd
Hello,
like to ask
Sidewinder.
for your understanding. For instance, even after simplifying Blackstones, we ended up introducing a new one later on. Sometimes
I'm
when
so
adding
lost, just
new
clap,
content,
Aquaficial.
new items are inevitably introduced. And so are quests. While we
Yeah.
aim to minimize this, some additions are simply unavoidable as the game grows. That's why going forward, we want to put more focus on reorganizing existing content. So before we add something new,
Okay.
we'll make sure we'll make it a priority, to clean up, streamline, and polish what's already there to make the game more manageable and enjoyable for
Hello, John Core.
I think that's really important, actually. Like,
Yeah.
so that people not
I
just
agree.
feel overwhelmed, but like burdened by.
Why
having
is
so much
everyone
stuff.
clappy
and it's the thing,
clappy?
like for I think
this
it was
is
like
great.
last year or maybe the year before, we had like this whole part of like integration, like trying to
I
consolidate.
have a
lot of
condition. I
stuff.
can't clap anymore, otherwise
You know,
my
new
hands turn
things
into jello.
coming-
You have a
come into
booty.
the game, right,
Use
chat?
it.
So of course, it's gonna grow.
Now let's talk about the seed
Make
pouch.
that booty clap.
Wait, the
Yeah.
seed pouch.
This
Oh,
is
something
Klaus
nice.
Oldmund seed
A
pouch.
Wait, they're talking
seed
about
Working
my
pouch?
lunch?
on making seeds stackable, but since
Chat,
that
they're
is
talking
taking
about your
longer than
mom.
expecting,
A
we are
seed
offering this
pouch.
temporary solution. This pouch is stored for storage only. You won't be able to plant directly from it. While I have been focusing on just one crop, many adventurers prefer growing a wider variety.
Your mom, not mine.
Klaus Oldmund seed pouch comes with 50 slots, but we'll consider
50.
increasing that in the future if needed.
Yeah,
We
with,
hope
with
this
pay to
pouch
win.
helps adventurers who had trouble with inventory space when storing different types of seeds.
Yes!
That's actually really nice. Nice quality of life. I like it a lot.
Hey, maybe I'm in my life skilling era.
Seeds. Chat, this was very annoying.
It is also
as a
easy to
farmer.
obtain.
So
Once
this
you
is
reach
good.
farming skill 1, simply
they just
interact
make them
with Old
stackable?
Moon Manager to get it. Please note that
Let 'em
only
fucking
one
know,
torch
shrimp.
can be
They
obtained
should
per
make it
family.
stackable in this
Like,
fucking inventory.
Why not just stack them?
Yeah, I know.
And you don't need a fucking seed pouch.
Okay.
Next up, using energy from your alt characters. Previously, energy-based content often required switching to the character with energy you needed. Just as
Yeah?
we've enabled node investments via the world map using alt character's energy, we are planning to extend alt's energy usage to other contents as well.
Yes!
That is nice.
Yes!
Recently, we improved the hiring system, so you can hire workers from other towns. And adding to that, you'll be able to use energy of your alt characters when hiring them.
I hate workers in this game. I hold a whole worker.
If
No
these
shit is the
changes
most
were made along with
retarded,
updates like
complicated shit
contribution
ever.
points,
Delete
cost
this whole
reduction for
worker
nodes,
shit,
and new
dude.
production nodes in Ulukita and Keplan, it would be much
Fuck worker
convenient for many
empire.
adventurers.
Fuck this game.
We regret that this improvement is coming so late. But
Delete
still,
this
better
and
late than never.
PvP. Site, this is why
And we
you're
are
my favorite
committed
member.
to make it happen.
My favorite new member.
Additionally, you'll be soon able to use alt characters' energy at the Patricios shop as well. We were working on that too. These are all for making adventurers' lives easier.
That's nice. It's really, really nice.
I'm well trained.
Next up, the screen may
Yeah,
be
you
familiar
are.
for those enjoying life skill content. These
Now
are
clap.
silver
Now
embroidered
clap,
life clothes.
bitch.
Oh,
These have been must-haves for life skillers for about
wait,
8 years,
are they gonna make
and
one only
beloved
one
by
life
many
skilling
adventurers.
outfit?
However, after the Manos patch, their only real
No,
purpose
no,
has
no.
been the life EXP boost,
Okay.
and constantly swapping outfits for that has been a hassle.
Yes.
Yeah?
So,
Can we
we've
share?
decided to let most silver embroidered life clothes go.
And only one Manos outfit for every life
Except
skill.
No,
for the
please
traders
don't
and
do this
farmers
to me.
clothes that don't provide a mastery buff.
Let's do it to him.
All of the
babe.
silver embroidered
No.
life skill,
Ruin him.
clothes
Yes.
will be removed. And there are
please don't
effects
do
like
this
life
to me.
EXP
Ruin
boost,
him.
cooking time reduction, and processing success rate will be added to the Manos clothes. Those who already
Yes.
own silver embroidered life clothes will receive compensation based on their
Yes.
enhancement
Give me my
level.
money.
You'll get silver up to duo, and from try and above, you'll receive a Jin, Bon, or 1 Dawn Crystal Life EXP based on the enhancement level. You act, Jack.
But they're still separate Manos
We're
clothes,
keeping the
right?
name of the Dawn Crystal because it uses the same slot unlocked by equipping
Thank
the
God.
old Charizard accessory. This slot is now available when equipping Prion accessories. Crafting Jin, Bon, 1 Dawn
Dawn
Crystals,
Lives?
Life EXP would
Yeah, these
look
are
like
new,
this.
right? Dawn
You can
life
use
skill
pre-existing materials
gems?
to craft them.
They added this with the Prion accessories.
Pretty nice. While
It's
we're
basically like
introducing
the-
life skill content,
Here's
let
the
me add one more thing.
crystals, but for life
You
skill.
know how processing works, right? It could be a bit frustrating when processing fails. So we're looking to improve it. First, with this patch, we're planning to add
Processing can
the
fail.
processing success rate effect from the silver embroidered craftsman clothes to the mana.
Doesn't it only
craftsman's
fail if you
clothes.
put in like the wrong
Also,
ingredients?
if your gear isn't
say,
fully
like-
optimized yet,
No, you
to
can like
reduce
not
the
get a
number of
problem
processing
when
failures,
processing.
there'll be an increase in the
never seen
base
that?
processing
No.
success rate.
Man, delete live skilling.
That's really
Fuck.
nice.
When I
live
process,
skilling.
I tab out. I
Okay.
don't know what's happening in the game.
Man,
So, next up, let's look at the screen first, shall we? Now,
hello, Mafia. What the
this
fuck
is the
is
current
this?
shortage of pearl
This looks like
inventory
Elly's
slots.
inventory.
Oh,
While
this
the
is
number
my
of outfits
inventory,
is growing,
chat.
the shortage
I think
of
they
pearl
literally
inventory
took a
slots
copy-paste
remain
of my
an ongoing
inventory.
issue. We
This is
are
my
working
inventory.
on various solutions like a dressing room and so on.
Wait, there's
But since
shortage
those
of
will take
pearl
more time,
inventory?
we are implementing
There
the
is, there
quickest
really is.
improvement possible. So,
What?
We're
You
introducing
have 192 slots.
new items.
It's a shortage, trust me. If you buy outfits on one character,
Patricio's
like that goes by
extra
so
large
quickly.
apparel
fucking
bag and
Patricio
Merv's
bag.
carry-on bag.
God.
Patricio's extra large apparel bag, as the name suggests, is a storage dedicated to outfits. As you can see, it has 40 slots. So, compared to the existing Patricio's apparel bag,
Wait.
it offers much more space.
That's so
Each
good.
family can have up to 5 of these, and they are
Then you hear
obtainable
that
through
you
the
can buy
loyalty
another
shop.
5.
This adds a total of 200
That's a different bag.
extra pearl inventory slots.
No, you
just
bought the
for
other one,
outfits,
the one before.
which means that the current shortage of pearl inventory will be in a better state.
Yes.
Unlike... Sorry.
Can we have presets
Oh
though?
yeah, sorry. Next up is the Merv's carry-on bag, and unlike the apparel bag, this item specializes in quick swap rather than storage. When you open it, you'll see an equipment-style UI instead of a bag, allowing you to assign outfits for each slot. With a single
that's
click
what you
on
said
swap,
earlier,
you can instantly
presets.
change the entire outfit.
Oh, my
While the
mind
original
up
there.
Patricio's
Presets,
apparel
outfit
bag also had a
presets,
swapping
chat.
feature. It stored more outfits
This
for
deserves
all
a
the
big
different
clappy.
slots, leading to some issues depending on gear slots.
This is a
Merv's
clap.
carry-on bag addresses
Site,
these
clap.
problems and is designed specifically for easy outfit swapping. Merv's carry-on bag is also available for purchase
Clap
up
harder.
to 12 per year from the loyalty shop. With these storage
I'm not seeing
items
enough claps.
comes bittersweet news as well. The existing Patricio apparel bag will no longer be obtainable, and its outfit swapping feature will also be removed. It would be ideal to keep the item and its features, but due to the slot occupancy issues, this change is unavoidable, and we ask for your understanding.
That's okay.
Sorry, Chan,
Delete it.
but we've got some really good things instead of it, though, which is really nice.
Who gives a fuck about this bag?
Okay, so adventurers who already own Patricio Power
Yeah,
bag will
give me
receive
20
Merv's
billion.
carry-on bag equal to the number of their bags owned. And while you won't be able to get Patricio's apparel bag anymore, you'll still be able to use the ones you already own for the extra storage.
Okay. I got like
Moving on.
I got a couple
Let's
of
talk
those.
about a new feature coming to maids, who have been with us for the
Wait.
past 9 years.
Hold up.
You'll soon be able to designate a main maid and fully customize their appearance.
Wait,
Previously,
yes!
maids came with the preset looks, which may not have suited
I can
everyone's
customize my
tastes.
maid
Now,
look.
you can create your own unique maid character.
Aw.
For example, you can set your
Yes,
maid
it
as a
is.
shy dressed in a shy exclusive outfit and create your own cutie pie maid. Or go with a giant and have a big sturdy butler by your side, using a conversion stone available at the Pearl shop. Outfits can be converted into
Okay.
maid exclusive
This is like
outfits.
the
These outfits can be
It's a
extracted
mini
like
clappy.
regular outfits.
That's kind
or
of that's
reverted
a
back
nice
using
addition. It's a
conversion
cute
stone
little
if
thing.
needed.
yeah. This,
It's cute. It's for me, honestly. This patch is for me. This one.
Nice. Once you set your main maid, they'll greet you every time. You'll use the maid function, replacing the default maid. We're also adding
Can
small
I fuck
interactive
it?
features. For example, when you board a wagon, your maid will
Yeah,
take the
where's
driver's
the
seat,
reflection
while your
system?
character rides alongside and rests.
Hello,
We plan to
basic,
expand these
bestiality.
interactions further. Since this is your personal maid, you'll also be able to name
this
them
has to be a
and
joke.
even chat with
Cyber, do you
them.
not like fun?
And we're experimenting with AI features.
Cyber's one of those PvP nerds. I hope they delete PvP for this guy to cry tonight.
Oh boy. One important
Cyber,
note
you make
here,
me
we're
sick.
intentionally avoiding any gameplay advantages with the main maid. We don't want it to become a must-have or affect balance. This is purely meant to be a fun, customizable feature for
I'll
you
clap
to
that
enjoy
maid. Can I
your
watch?
own
They said,
personal
I think
companion.
they said they're adding
You'll
AI
always have
features to it.
See what chat's saying.
Coming up next, let's set the improvements aside for a
I mean, you
while
can
and
just make the
introduce some
customization
content.
free.
It is
content?
what we have mentioned before. The blue battlefield. This is
Blue
where guilds clash
battlefield?
on waters with ships,
The blue
which is going to be a naval
fucking
PvP content.
Oh.
This
Sky!
content was originally brought up at Heidel Ball
can come back.
2021, but was at a halt for several issues.
Oh,
Letting
God.
it go wasn't easy for us, because
This is
this
not a
concept of naval fleet battle was one of the content we wanted to make happen the most
Nobody
in the world of
gives a
Black Desert.
fuck about
So
naval
this year,
combat.
with our everlasting passion,
For the
we
fucking
came up
RP
with
weirdos
solutions
that do
for
this
some critical issues and gave it one more try.
Oh.
We found out that occupation node war rules fitted in surprisingly well and came out more enjoyable than expected. So we decided to make it go live. The blue battlefield will take place in two
Skip
regions,
this.
the Balano Sea and the Calfian Sea.
Oh.
We'll kick things off in the Balano
That's what
Sea
they put
first
dev
this summer.
resources into.
Yeah.
fucking blue battlefield shit.
The rules are similar to Occupation Node War. Guilds
what
can
if it's
register up
actually
to
fun,
20
though?
members for the battlefield.
I'ma
However,
let
for
them
your
cook.
participation to affect fort count,
I mean,
over
if they give us a free carrot,
half
then we
of
can
your
use it in
registered
shit,
members
maybe.
must
Yeah,
You
actually
know how
What if it's-
horrendous driving ships
depending
is
on
in
how
this
many
game?
guilds
What if
join.
it's actually
Forts will
good?
spawn across random islands in the
imagine.
Balano Sea. Capturing a
No
fort
way.
or
Yeah,
destroying
I-
at least 10 enemy
we could-
ships
we
is
could
the
be
minimum
fun.
We
condition
can
Dude,
for
literally
I've
be
driven
the
ships
booty
before.
bandits.
As with the Occupation Node War, at the end of the battlefield, the guild that is occupying the fort wins.
I'm doing this with
Since
Sky.
the blue battle is a naval battlefield,
coming
the
back.
role
I'm
of
doing
your
this with
characters
Sky.
is minimal, and instead fleet
Wait, so you
combat is
need
the
a
core
guild
of
to do it?
all tactics and strategies. We are expecting intense cannon battles, so in order to
Wait,
create
so this
fights
is not
that
like
are actually
RBF,
fun,
where you
we have
just
added
like
two
solo
special
queue
rules
into.
to keep things interesting.
It's more like a node war.
Yeah, it's like a node war thing.
First, all ship
Calpheon versus
movements are
Balanos?
halved. All ships participating in the blue battlefield will have their movements related
some
stats
shit like
such as
that.
speed, accel, turn and brake reduced by 50%.
Someone in
It
the
might
video
feel
stream
a bit
said,
sluggish
"Reading
compared
my
to
chat
normal
GPT
sailing,
made in the middle of the blue
but the
battlefield
current
on my
ship
boat with the
speed
new
is
UI
too
changes
fast for
to the
naval
Heidel Ball."
combats.
I'm really
This
going to
change
enjoy
is
trying
meant
to
to
get on
encourage
the
more
jank
strategic
ship
and
fighting
enjoyable
20
sea battles.
people. Dude, this is going to be so shit.
Second, you cannot repair ships during the battle. Maintaining your fleet is key in this content, and thus revive items like Tears of the Wind are also disabled. If your ship is destroyed, you will have to turn to wharf, repair, and set sail again. To prevent players from being stranded at sea, we'll provide a traveler's map with a short cooldown specifically designed for the blue
They
battlefield.
should make you lose your character if your ship dies.
That's nice.
Yeah, like an actual hardcore shit.
Sounds really
Yeah.
interesting.
And obviously, even if your ship is destroyed during the blue battlefield, your sailors won't suffer any penalties. So charge into combat.
Sky, what if after
Now
you
let's
won the
talk
blue
about
battlefield, at
the
the end,
roles
you got,
and
like, a
synergies
cutscene
of
with
different
Black
ship
Fang?
types.
Can we
Since
not
the
talk
blue
about the
battlefield
roles
is a
and
guild
synergies?
scale battle, how you manage your fleet is crucial. First, the guild galley serves as a flagship. In the blue battlefield, the ship becomes extremely durable, and compared to other ship types, it can deal much more damage against forts. So utilizing this flagship is the key to victory. However,
Don't they
You
have
cannot make
stats
use of
for how
multiple
many people
galleys.
are on a fucking boat in the
only
game?
one elite galley
I
is
doubt
allowed
it's more
per
than
guild.
fucking 10 people that ride a
This is to
fucking
reduce
boat in
burden of
BDO.
constructing and improving multiple galleys
Delete
for the
this
content.
fucking concept.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but they
So
have
for
stats in like.
Carracks are better at destroying
Who is
enemy
asking
fleets,
for this
serving
content?
as your main combat units.
Fucking
Protecting
people
the
like Sky.
flagship, the guild galley, while destroying enemy fleets will be their main mission. I said that once the blue battlefield begins, all ships
Do you have a
will
ship
have
in
their
BDO?
movement
I
stats
do,
reduced
but,
by
like-
50%.
But like
Please
honestly,
note
like
that
this
movement
content
stat
is like
reduction may vary depending on the ship
this
type.
is for the very
The Panaxons will act as
For like
tanks,
100
breaking
people
enemy
max.
formations. They'll receive buffs on their defense, and their
This
smooth
confirms we're getting free
will-
characters,
skill
so
will
they can
go
do this
through a
new
revamp.
mode.
Instead of turning just 45 degrees,
I think this
it
is
can now
guild
spin
boats, by the way.
180
I don't
degrees
think-
in place, which allows quickly
Surely
firing
they ought some
cannons
more
from both
PvE
sides.
content. I really hope so,
Sons
because
can
this, if
hold
this is the
its
fucking
position
content that
and
I'm
stay
getting,
strong for a long time, while disrupting
go to bed
enemies
really
with
fucking
fast
angry and
fires,
horny.
making them
Being a limb will
game
be like all
changers in
PvE
fleet
content. They'll probably
battles.
talk about that later.
Good morning,
And
Banana.
finally, Etheria galleons are also eligible for battle, and this ship can become a wildcard. Etheria galleons are extremely tough, but their
Wait,
attacks are relatively
The
weak.
Etheria
In
galleon?
order to make their balance
a
suitable
different
for the
one.
content, we plan to
Hold
slightly
up,
lower
you
its
can
defense
use
and
that?
boost its attack.
You can use the
Guilds
galleon?
will,
Wait,
with more
Wait,
galleons,
what?
may have an advantage.
Hold
This will
up.
also draw more attention from rivals.
Wait, this actually turns this content around.
Shut up,
Now, after
Shrimp. You
all
don't
these
even know what
explanations
the
on
hell
the
they're
blue
saying.
battlefield, you may think, isn't this just
Yeah,
another
this is
naval
safe,
galleon
dude.
war? And honestly,
Holy.
you're right. It will run 6 days a week,
Skylog
except
in.
Saturday,
Skylog
following the
in.
same time
Get your
schedule
Etheria
as the
galleon.
regular Node War. In other words, you could think of it as a standalone naval Node War.
I hope that all 10 people enjoy this content.
At first, we considered simply adding naval combat to the
I
existing
hope you
Node
cannot
War.
start the
But for
content
all the
unless you're at least
character
20
owners
people.
who've been waiting for naval combat content so patiently, and for those who've made ocean
I
content their
will,
main
thank
focus,
you. We found
we
one,
wanted
chat.
to offer
Barracks is
something
gonna enjoy
special,
this.
a dedicated experience just for you. That's why
Barracks, you know what, I'll
we've
do it with you.
completely excluded character stats and designed this content to be all about your ship. This isn't about splitting
Because
the
they know
current
all these
Node
ship
War
girls
player
do not
base.
actually play
Instead,
this
we're
game.
creating
Yeah.
an entirely new pool of participants.
Yeah, look at Sky.
Fucking nerds.
So it's actually really, really nice. I think it's going to be really cool. Interesting to see what guilds get involved with this. And since ships are the center of this mode, it's naturally a bit more accessible and lighter compared to the original Node War. The rewards are also completely different, setting this content apart. Let's look at the rewards now then.
Oh my god, they're
Okay,
doing
we have
this?
designed helpful buffs for
Holy,
adventurous
I
users
don't know what this is.
alongside
Wait,
guild
my God.
and
5,000?
gold bars.
It's
Hammers?
like just 5
Reward
gold
boxes
bars.
will also include item to reroll the stats of sea crystals and chests with yellow or red grade sea
I'm so
crystals.
glad I'm not one
according
of
to a
those
set
10 people.
probability.
Me too, dude. This
To
content
sum it up,
is
the Blue
fucking
Battlefield
dead
is
on
a naval
arrival.
PvP mode that borrows the rules of the current Node War, focusing on ships. I would say this mode is for both seasoned
Translate,
and aspiring captains,
5 gold
and delivering
bars.
a new, enjoyable experience has been
They
our
said
top
sea crystals. I
priority
don't know what those are.
when developing
Yeah.
it. We'll put the
Are we done
greatest
with this
effort
shit
to
now?
make it
Okay.
enjoyable.
Okay,
till
we're
the very
skipping
last.
chat. We're
Okay,
moving on.
That includes
Look at these
Five
paid
people
actors in
Let's
here.
go.
They didn't
let's
even
take
give
a
a
look
date
at
on
when
the
the
We're
release.
done with
is
this.
coming
Oh, thank God.
on screen.
This shit is never gonna come out.
See from most of them are
Okay,
coming
next. No, it is. It's on July 30th, Shrimp.
Oh shit.
It's on the 30th. Oh my.
It's okay. At least Barracks is gonna be happy.
네. 챕터 2의 내용도 정말 꾹꾹 눌러서 담은 느낌이 있었는데 대표 메이드에 왜 하필이면 자이냐라는 그런 이야기도.
Alright, chapter 3 is gonna be the good shit.
This is the good ship, the veteran ship, the Demon Land. They still got Wukong and the Demon Land. Okay.
Stood out to me. As someone
Like,
still getting
gonna
used to
be in
things,
September.
I really appreciate it. Plenty of quality of life upgrades were introduced,
It's a camera
including energy
vacation
switch,
there.
a seed bag, an outfit bag, plus a sneak peek at the blue battlefield. But I think it's time to go to Adania. So let's
Edania,
see what's
chat,
next in
my
the next
land,
chapter.
the
Okay.
succubus land. Here we go. Shut the fuck up,
Okay.
chat. If you guys don't clap
K-pop
throughout
demon
Now,
land.
this
in
whole
chapter
moment.
3, Beyond
K-pop
the Desert Sands.
Alright, we're gonna show the teaser
We
for
are
the new
leveling
whip
up.
Succubus class.
We're getting there.
sick.
We're
We're
getting
getting
to
there.
Adania.
I know
My
people are
succubus
excited for other
class.
stuff. Don't worry, chat. We're on our way. Okay?
more
Now,
chapters.
this chapter is titled Beyond the Desert Sands. These are for those who settled in the world and gotten the hang of Black Desert. Our previous topics were a bit lighter, but since this chapter is just before heading to Adania,
Yeah.
we've included some advanced content. Since we have a lot to cover, let's
Yes.
dive right in.
Let's dive right in.
Yes.
Okay,
Elly stars end,
so
please.
first
Chat,
up
get your claps ready.
is a new content called Alan Serban's Landscape. In Black Desert, many adventurers spend
Who's
a lot
Alan?
of time
Who's
aiming to
Alan?
find specific
Named
treasures.
after Tim
treasure?
Allen.
That passion for reaching your goals is really
Specific
inspiring.
treasures?
But that challenge can feel overwhelming
Wait.
or even keep some
Am I
of
getting my compass
some from
finally?
trying it
Oh
at all.
god, if they
Which
give a
I don't-
free
We've been
treasure
thinking
item,
about it a lot because it's
I'm
important
quitting
to
this
honor
game.
those
A
who've
free
reached
compass.
these treasures after all those obstacles. So simply lowering the difficulty wasn't an option. But
Wait.
leaving things as they are didn't feel
compass,
quite
Elly.
right either. So, we're proposing a new way
Just give
of
them all
treasure
for free.
hunting, which is called Alan Serban's Landscape.
it's like
The landscape painting you see here
It's
is a
gonna be
magical
like,
frame that captures the scenery
pity
of
system?
treasure
a pity system, yeah.
monsters, like History of
This literally
Ruins
looks
or
like the
Akron
Lost Ark,
Temple.
like,
It's
collectibles
based
thing.
on the native
Wait, you have to
realm
draw, you have to
found
paint
in
these
Tarot.
and like scan them.
The idea is that by imbuing the frame with a spell, the energy of the specific location fuses
Yeah,
with
you have
your
to
character
paint the
temporarily.
landscape, take a picture and
While
send
in
it to
this
PA.
state,
And then they
you
give you a
gain a
piece.
powerful effect.
No, this is like
You can
Natalie said.
obtain
It's
treasure
like
materials from the monster
Mario
zone
64,
from
you
that
jump
monster
into the
zone,
painting.
even while subjugating in a different location. For example, if you activate the landscape of History of Ruins, even at monster zones other than History
Are we
Ruins, such
winning
as
yet?
Golden Pig Cave or Darkseeker's Retreat, compass materials obtainable from History of Ruins will sometimes drop,
Well, that's
but
pretty cool.
you won't be able to use it in every
this is big.
monster zone. The landscape will only be available in zones with 300 plus AP
Okay, that's good.
requirement. I'm sorry, I was a bit ahead.
This
Let's see,
chat is
there
so
we
big
are.
clappy.
Kind of like a treasure item drop event on demand.
To activate a landscape, you'll need a scenery item obtainable from each treasure monster zone. For
Oh, so this
example, if you
content is
defeat monsters
dog
in
for
History
me.
of
I already
Ruins,
have
you
my
can
treasure
obtain
items.
scenery of Histria. The landscape will
Yeah,
react
but you don't-
upon
What's-
using the scenery item
What if you don't
and
get that
activate a
scene
number
item
of
from
spell
Histria?
charges equal to item use.
Oh
Defeating
no,
monsters
Roach.
will spell
Imagine- no, imagine.
activate
Is this good?
with spell activated or consume
this
spell
is
charges. Think of it as
not
working similarly
really.
to Agris Fever.
She's only saying that because she already has these items. Chat is good. Don't listen to her.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Okay.
the items that
I
you're
was ahead
like
of it.
chasing are not that.
Okay,
they're
no, I'm
they're like
behind.
not that great.
This also means you can collect scenery items.
They
from
used to be
characters
good,
of
but the
History of
items
Ruins
are
and
not
type
that
characters
great.
from your desired
Yeah.
monster zone. You can consume the scenery.
Especially if more people get
However,
them, they
it
lose
doesn't
its
mean
value.
that using the
So
scenery
Yeah.
increases your drop
It's
rate.
like Elly
or
talking
anything
about her
like that.
Lambo, how like
It
not
only
everybody
enables
needs
the
a Lambo,
item
it's
to
not that
drop in
great.
other zones, and
Yeah.
even then at a
Whatever.
fixed
This-
lower
this is
rate
the fancy
than it
apartment
would
vibes
in the
speaking.
original monster
Yeah.
zone.
we
And
riot.
just in case you're wondering,
If
does
everyone
this
had a
really work?
Lambo, it wouldn't be
Just
as
like
special.
scroll written in ancient language,
Exactly.
default
It's time to
guaranteed
farm that
items
merchant
are
ring.
also included
Elly tries
in
to
the
keep the
item
peasants
drop
down.
table. This content's goal is completely tearing down the walls of treasure hunting, but rather giving you a bit more, breathing room. We've designed it to stop adventurers from being stuck in one zone and let them breathe some different air from time to time.
Oh, no.
Also,
Yeah.
you don't have to
There's a
keep
player
party
shouting
zones
in.
running, because once you've obtained enough scenery items, you'll be able to go after the treasure items solo. We think this will be a nice advantage for many players.
What if
For
a
now,
player
each
already
scenery
has
item
a
can
treasure
only be
item, so we get a
obtained from the
special
monster zone.
title?
But as we monitor the overall trend, we're planning to gradually add
Oh, they
more
should do that,
resources
like what they
for
did with the
obtaining
pop
them.
pieces.
Yeah.
Our current focus is to make sure this content finds its place and make the treasure hunting experience a bit more flexible.
So it's like a
Next
target
up
chase.
is an update many adventurers have been requesting for a long
Not
time.
bad,
We're
it's okay.
revamping
Alchemy
the
Stone?
Alchemy Stone
Alchemy Stone,
system,
chat.
chats. It is happening. It is now. Alchemy Stones are a
This is-
key
this is already a
progression
big
goal
clap,
for our
you guys.
top-tier adventurers. But we've received a lot of feedback that the system is
Wait,
too
how behind
complicated.
am I?
There were
You
two
just
main
said
issues.
Alchemy Stone.
First, the level and grade systems were too
Are you on
complex.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah?
YouTube is delayed.
Yeah, I think the
Second,
YouTube stream is
the
a little
system
delayed.
itself was
It's happening,
unfriendly
pathetic
and
clap.
difficult to progress through.
I did a
To
clap.
fundamentally address these problems, we've prepared this revamp. Previously, Alchemy Stones had 8 levels from Imperfect to Shining.
Yeah.
And each was split into 4 color grades, white, green, blue, and yellow. It was just too complicated, so moving forward, we're simplifying both the levels and grades. And as you can see, levels will now be reduced to 6. Imperfect, Sturdy, Sharp, Resplendent, Splendid, and Shining. Each level will now only have 1 grade, Yellow. Adventures with Alchemy Stones of the removed grades will be compensated with silver based on the grade of the stone.
Okay, this is huge clap.
The UI layout will be improved along with levels
Cut
and
stones
grades.
right now.
Unlike other equipment, Alchemy Stone has 2-step progression system, gaining EXP through polishing and leveling up through growth.
you have
This led to
pity now.
becoming going back and forth between the tabs, making progression a tedious
Oh,
task.
this
With
is
the
like
update,
10
recharging
degrees.
growth
Dude,
can be
this
done
is
on the same
great.
screen. And you can probably see something else there, chat. There's also some changes to the growth
This is
difficulty.
less orange.
First, the success rate will now be displayed. Also, using Cronstone when attempting growth on an alchemy stone will prevent it from being destroyed even if you fail.
Oh,
The
they have
ancient anvil system
Cronstones
is
for them.
also being added.
Dude, we're gonna
You'll
see
be
some
guaranteed
shining
to level up
stones
your
now.
alchemy stone after a certain
Yeah, we're
number
gonna
of
see the
failures.
max stone
However,
now.
for the highest level shining alchemy stone, its rarity
bright as
and
fuck.
prestige will
My
result
eyes.
in the amount of Agris essence required to use the ancient anvil
blinding.
being set to a very high number. Okay, the overall success rates for alchemy stones will also be slightly increased, but for the shining alchemy stone, to honor the effort of so many adventurers who've overcome countless failures to craft their shining alchemy stones, the difficulty will remain high.
So many. You mean like the 3 people?
Okay,
Oh.
next up, let's watch this video.
Sovereign glow.
Sovereign?
Oh, it's the offhand.
That's the offhand.
Yeah.
I thought they said that we're not gonna ever add that. What lying men! I can't stand men.
Talk about how they're catering to the few people, so they don't want to diminish their achievement.
Yeah.
So everyone else has to suffer. It's like 3 people have a shining stone, dude.
Okay, very nice. Woo woo!
I think many
know.
adventures
Everyone
have been
actually
Many
speculating.
adventurers were speculating on this as the reveal of the new item, Sovereign Sub-Weapon. Many adventurers had a feeling it was coming, but everyone is asking, what kind of stats will it have? Shall we take a look at the
They
effects
better be
first?
good, cause man,
Let's take a look. Ooh.
Oh,
Look at that AP, chat. Look at the AP.
It's gonna be Nuver plus
Oh
Kudo.
my god, the AP.
many
Hello.
adventurers got this right.
the AP is so big. It's like a Nuber.
That's big AP. Yeah, it's like, that's way more than
The Sovereign Subweapon combines the power of both Nova and Kutum. Its enhancement levels are the
Finally.
same as those for main and
selling
awakening
my
weapons, comprised of 10 levels. And the difficulty
it's
is
too late.
also
I
identical.
can't
There are
read
3 different
this.
crafting members for the Sovereign Subweapon. Since it has the effect of 2 weapons 1, it does require a bit more materials compared to main or awakening weapons.
Yeah.
First,
Oh,
you
shit.
can use 2 pen Black Star subweapons plus 1 Gem of Twilight. Second, you can use a pen Black Star subweapon, 1 pen Khatum subweapon at Capris level 20, and a pen Nova subweapon at Capris level 20.
Ah,
Or third,
you can keep it
a
rich.
pen Black Star
I guess I'll
subweapon,
just
a
keep
one,
Capris.
1 Gem of Twilight, and a new item called Gem of
I
the
really like how
Primordial.
they give you
Gem
multiple
of the
ways to
Primordial is a
acquire
new
this
item,
weapon.
and we'll get to
That's
how to
fucking
obtain it.
juiced.
We'll get to know how to obtain it shortly.
What's a gem of twilight?
Also, just like main
It
and
sells in
awakening
the
weapons,
blacksmith, I think.
Sovereign Sob weapons gain additional visual effects at pen and oct. Please note that they cannot be registered on the central market. Next
Oh
up,
shit, dude.
let's watch
You need to
a
get
other
this.
clip.
Let's watch a clip.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
let's watch a
Wansu
clip
from
of
the
him.
past.
Yes, it's Wansu from last year's ball.
It's Wansu from the past,
And
chat.
my
he's
sex
talking
tape.
about a Dine Ardu Doom thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
What?
new horse?
It's like
horse?
combining the horses, right?
Finally.
He said that he was going to
Wait,
try and
what?
do that.
Yeah,
Because
Demon-
chat wanted it.
and they, yeah.
Combining the
They're talking
horses,
about how
all 3 of
we
my
did the
tier
same
10?
stuff.
This is
Yeah.
horse
The joke
girl
is
shit.
like
This is my
Wansu's name
territory.
in Korean is kind of similar
Yes,
to
and they turn into a tiger,
Or
dude.
like Walyo, it's like
Can
kind
we
of similar to
combine
complete.
them?
So they were
With
joking
your
like, oh,
powers
your name
combined?
is complete, so you're going to complete this, right?
I am Captain Horse.
Nice.
That is right. I'm here with my words from last winter. Hereby presenting Dine Ardunat Doom.
Video time.
What?
Ooh, ooh.
Chat. The horse can do everything. Fly, fire, and walk on water like Jesus. This is a Jesus horse. Watch this.
Did you just say
Look
fire?
at this! Shrimp, shut up!
Fly fire.
Oh my god. Yes.
I wish they made it look different.
Yeah, we should change then
Swapping
shit.
between the
That would
horses.
be good. But you can, it's seamless. If
is
you
pretty
own
cool.
all 3 horses, you can always fly, always get 4 dashes, and you can always walk on water.
Wait, but what about the stats?
Look, if people are not happy about this, it's because your bitch ass doesn't have them. So, how about you get
That's
them?
crazy. That was so seamless.
That was really good.
I wonder how it works for the stats though.
Okay.
Like, do you keep the stats of the horse?
Just
you're
like in the
currently
video,
using?
on flat land, it charges forward in the form of
That's a
mythical
good
Doom,
question, actually.
glides as mythical Ardunat while airborne, and walks on the water
Honestly,
as
who
mythical
gives a
Dine
fuck
on the
about
sea.
the stats?
And
You
in
can do
desert,
this.
it takes on the form of dream horse Dine.
How
Since
much does
Dine
it
fits the
cost?
desert best, we decided to add it in
It's free.
as well.
That's nice.
We
When I
have
first brought this up, I wanted it to be meaningful for all trainers out there, but I didn't want to burden you with more cores or requirements. So after some thought, I realized that those who already built Sanctuary are, in a way, the ultimate trainers.
yes.
That
I
is
am.
why we are sending out this horse to everyone who has a Sanctuary.
Yes.
This
nice.
isn't a one-time event reward either. From now on, anyone who builds
Also,
a
it's a
Sanctuary
different
will
horse.
obtain one. So you can take out this horse with your main character and leave your Sanctuary to alt as you see fit.
Ah, it's so it's
Oh,
Nice.
so
It's
you
like
can
a
have it on
separate-
2
It's a separate
characters.
horse chant.
if
It's
you
a
get a sanctuary, you
separate
get one.
horse.
Shape-shifting horse.
So I can have one of my
Interesting.
horses with all
So you
3
could
of
just
the
leave
horses.
your other sanctuary to your
This
old...
spatial Dine
And there's a new
Ardunat Doom
horse on my
comes
main.
fully loaded. It starts at level 1 but already knows all 37 skills at 100%, excluding the 2
They
zero
should have
skill.
turned it into a donkey when
And
you're
its
in the
base
city.
stats are set to highest values amongst mythical horses. For example, its speed matches Ardunat's highest, and turn matches Doom's top
Oh,
stats.
you see this? The stats?
As the best horse in Black Desert, we made it sure it has the best possible stats to match.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Oh,
nice.
when are they gonna add a dragon?
Oh,
There
there's
is
And
a
actually,
there's the one already.
I haven't come up with its name yet. So
Name it
it's
Elly.
called Dine Ardunat Doom for now. But if you recommend any good names, we may use them when we go live.
Yeah, chat, send us some ideas, chat.
Name
Send us
it
some
Elly.
dad horse.
So
Stop
people
it.
can
Yeah,
run
and
the
also
scene.
we have another clip.
People are saying call it dad. Like
Oh,
the
wait, another
acronym for all
clip.
the horse games.
oh, this is switch
Oh.
to a tag character.
Yeah.
Yo,
Whoa! That
It instantly swaps
tag!
to your tag.
There was no loading.
Finally!
Wait, there was no loading for that.
Oh, clappy chat.
okay, it's
clappy.
like instant
Clappy.
transmission.
Yeah, this is actually something that is still experimental level. We are working on the feature lets you instantly switch the tag character without any loading time. Honestly, it's still too early to say for sure
Dude,
whether
I'm telling you, they
this
could
will
do
be
that
possible
fucking
or not.
tag.
But if everything goes
Tag.
well, while there will be still a
Combat.
cooldown, you'll be able to instantly switch your tagged character when travel
Finally,
separately
this is not a
turned off.
PS2
I
game
mean, yeah,
anymore.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
That does make sense.
balls
Being able to
dropped.
instant transmission across the map.
Ellie the Majestic.
That was looking great, by
yeah,
the way.
I'm gonna submit that name for
Of
my
course,
horse,
this
by the
feature
way.
remains uncertain for now, but I wanted to share this with you because this motivates us to work even harder. So consider this
What
as a
about
little push
season
for, push
character
for
and
ourselves as
season
well.
channels? You
We'll
can't
do
tag season characters.
Our best to make this happen, just like Dine Ardunat Doom, and that wraps up the details for Chapter 3. Now let me tell you when you can expect this update.
Oh.
He also made another joke saying that with his name.
Oh, yeah. Complete.
Yeah. So Sovereign.
Even
Subaltern,
2025
August
games can't
6th.
do this.
August 6th. Okay.
Dine Ardu Doom is August 13th.
Chat, my model
the,
debuted.
Landscape is August 27th. And
Yeah.
the Alchemy Stone renewal is set for September.
September. Okay.
챕터 3.
Nice.
So I got a little over a month to get my black stars.
단계를 넘어선
Okay, chapter 3, Beyond
Yeah.
the Desert, I think sounds great.
뭐
Or without Beyond the Desert sound great.
Yeah.
이거 지금 이름이 안
Actually,
적혀서
I'm
Alan's
over
written
right now.
landscape.
이름을 못 지었으니까요.
Alchemy Stone reworks.
Did they
Sovereign
mention
sub-weapons,
Alchemy
Dene
Stone?
Ardu
Yeah,
Nuke.
they did.
Dene Ardu
They're
not
changing
Doom.
Alchemy
That's a
Stone.
lot.
Nice.
I think we really do need a
Dene
better
Ardu
name.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want the
let's,
good
keep them
shit. I
coming.
want the new land.
Most popular name
And
is
The chapter four,
Wukong.
chapter 4.
Yeah, apparently it's
We're in
dad.
chapter 4. That's where all the juice is.
Dad
The
is the
chapter
name.
4 is the
Dad.
juice,
I
man.
think that's just how it's going to be.
And-
from now on.
Juice!
Sad.
Speaking
Wait, where
of
is the new land gonna
like
be?
the character
Did
tag
they
is
announce
just
it already?
actually
North.
Like on the
Yeah,
map?
it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
yeah, the
any
north of
loading.
Valencia.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
now, I think it's time
It's
for
already
chapter 4,
outlined
everyone.
too.
Well,
It's finally
Here we
time.
go.
yeah,
It's finally time for Adania, everyone.
maybe, but before that,
Oh god.
I think we're going to go into 3.5.
3.5.
So yes, we are. But just before we move
Which
on
is
to
a little
Adania,
concert
there's
for
something
Sky.
important I'd like to talk about first. Those who remember the last Calcium Ball may
More
be
ships?
wondering, when is it happening? It's the patch we were promised for removing resistance from PvP and grouping the class synergies.
Yeah?
That's what I want to talk about now. I know you've all
Okay.
been waiting, chat. And I've been seeing the comments.
PVP 저항 삭제는 검은 사막
The removal of
July
PvP
3rd.
resistance is a change to a core system that has been part of Black Desert since its earliest days. That's why we needed to approach this with a great
Nah,
consideration.
fuck that shit. Nobody
So
likes
as we were
resistance.
preparing this
Remove
update,
it.
other issues and lingering regrets have also been in our minds. For example, the class summons and the long-standing issue with them. Confusion and challenges in bouncing from an outdated damage calculation formula. And on top
Ooh,
of that,
damage numbers?
a diminishing sense of progression. These challenges that we needed to overcome kept coming into mind. We need to sort it all out at once, chat. And over the past 10 years, Black Desert has truly come a long way. But that time means some of our systems became outdated, while others accumulated problems upon problems. So with this opportunity, we wanted to not only address PvP resistance, but also clearly organize and improve the aforementioned issues. Looking back at each of them, it pretty much required a complete rebuild of Black Desert's entire combat structure,
Right.
which is why
You built
it
a
took
fucking
so much
new
time.
engine.
Still, now that most of the work is finally wrapping up, on this very day, right before the launch of Adania, we're excited to share with our adventurers the
Hello,
changes
hello.
we've prepared.
Okay.
There's quite a
Dotted,
bit to
thank
say
you so much
about
for the
this.
prime, Dotted.
As Jessup mentioned earlier, over the past
You're a
10
real
years of
one,
Black
Dotted.
Desert,
You know
our
that?
combat system has gradually become more
It's a
complex.
bit slow.
Alongside that, a number of issues have also accumulated.
Calls for a clappy.
The changes we've made were done with the goal of streamline and unity in mind. There are 4 key areas we're focusing on with this overhaul.
Wait, they're moving
First,
over to the Unity engine?
refining the damage calculation formula.
Stop it.
Second, removing resistance from PvP. Third, grouping synergy multipliers. And fourth, improving the system to enhance a sense of equipment growth.
Okay.
First is refining the damage calculation formula. We started by clarifying the basic terminology, specifically for
damage.
evasion or accuracy and evasion.
Or evasion.
They were often displayed as accuracy rate, evasion rate, causing confusion. Now, these will be
PvP is
unified as
back?
accuracy and evasion with
No.
a 1% to 4-point conversion rate. This change should prevent any further
Well, it
confusion
kinda
with
is
mixed
on the C though.
terminology.
Oh, so now we
Additionally,
have like
all
an
accuracy
actual
effects
percent
attached to
for
each class's
accuracy
skills
and
will now be
evasion.
removed. Currently, each class receives
It's
different
back
accuracy
in the
effects
back
for
burner.
each skill based on their unique characteristics. Because of this, balancing has been difficult. And there have been certainly cases where things felt unfair depending on the situation. So we plan to remove all accuracy rate attached to individual skills, and instead add an accuracy plus 18 per skill to Infant Mastery, a common passive skill for all characters.
Now this might be a bit confusing, so to give you an example, currently this is the Hashishun skill Inquisition. This skill has a stat that increases accuracy rate by 19%, and a buff that increases all accuracy rate plus 6% for 10 seconds when using the skill. Such effects that come with the skill itself will be removed going forward, and accuracy will instead be added to a common passive skill, Infinite Mastery. Please do note that accuracy effects on class-specific passive skills will remain the same. This way, every class will be able to use more diverse combos without being limited by skills that increase accuracy rate. Next is about the damage reduction rate of super armor.
Huh?
Oh,
Am I a bit fast? I am a bit fast. This time I'm a bit fast. Sorry, Chip. Can't get it right. Can't get it right.
Huh?
PvP players may already know this, but other adventurers might find this unfamiliar. The damage reduction rate have been applied as a multiplicative stat so far, but since it applies differently from various buffs in the game, we are changing it to an additive calculation for unification and intuitiveness. For just changing the formula like this would diminish the efficiency of skills that
actually they're
increase damage
cooking.
reduction rate.
If you're
we'll be
PvP, if
adjusting
you
the
like
damage
PvP,
reduction rate
these
of these skills,
these seem
along
like
with the
very good
formula.
changes for
We
PvP.
are looking, we are sharing this as they are changes being made, but we'll make sure that it doesn't feel any different from before. Next is on extra damage to species. We wish to clearly distinguish how it's applied in PvP and PvE. For example, extra damage to humans will no longer activate when you fight with another adventurer in PvP, and will only activate against humanoid monsters. Instead, the effect that applies to another character in PvP will be replaced with a new one called extra damage to characters. This will reduce confusion
That's
by
great.
clearly
I like the
distinguishing
transparency
PvE
now.
and PvE.
So it's more
PvE and PvP.
more
With this change,
obvious
you
and
might be worried
blatant
about
rather
the
than some
items with extra
weird
damage to
hidden
humans.
number
This
that
patch will also add the same amount of extra
This is
damage
more
to characters
intuitive.
to all items that already have the extra damage to humans effect. Existing items will be updated in this way, and going forward will make appropriate use of extra damage to characters in various ways.
What if they do
There'll be
that
some
just for
changes to
Wukong
extra
because he
damage to
doesn't count
species
as a
itself.
human?
First,
Yeah,
the
but
extra
they have,
damage
like,
to
non-human
species
classes.
will no longer
Wait,
exceed
actually?
the AP limit for monster zones.
Actually, big
In
brain.
other words,
Big
it will
brain.
not go over the soft cap. We're preparing a comprehensive rework to ensure that the difficulty and efficiency of monster zones are
If they
balanced
release a
with these
raccoon
changes.
class.
There are also additional changes in store, so stay tuned for them.
Mod,
too.
whoever said that, shrimp.
Next,
No, we don't like shrimp
on
around here.
to the summons.
I like you,
From
Sete.
now on, the damage calculation
it. I saw
formula
him
for
first,
summoned
Shrimp.
entities
Sete,
will be
you're
the
a
same
tiger.
as for your character. The summons will now also benefit from your character's damage effects, as well as any damage increasing effects that occur in certain situations. On the other hand, extra damage to species will no longer ignore the
hash buff.
target damage reduction, and stats will now be applied to summons in the same way as they are to characters, not monsters. As I gave an explanation about extra damage
Okay,
to
I think they
species
took too
earlier,
long on
please
PvP
keep in
already.
mind that
Ugh,
summons will now
skip.
be affected by extra damage to characters, not monsters. And something many adventurers have talked about. The fact that summons get stronger at night will be removed. Summons have always played a significant
that was
role
actually a thing.
in many skills
Yeah.
in
Do they
Black
count it
Desert.
as like mobs?
And it took
Wait, what
longer
the
than
hell?
we anticipated with how much work was needed.
Wait, and it took them
I'm
11
personally
years
happy
to
that
remove
we're
that.
finally
I
able to
actually never
tidy
knew that.
things
No one
up.
has ever talked
We'll
about that.
pay close attention until the end. Ensure these updates do not cause issues
This affects
with
PvE
balance.
as well. Nobody gives a fuck about summons. Nobody
Okay.
cared in the past.
fundamental
Nobody
changes.
cares
Yeah.
right now.
So, I'm now going to go over some of the PvP
hell?
Moving on to second key area, removing PvP resistances. Going forward, resistances quite literally will no longer apply in PvP. There are a few things to consider with this change. First, effects related to resistances is so-called 3 minutes buffs or in passive effects will be replaced with other effects that suits characters' characteristics. However, they will still be applied in PvE, so any resistance increases attached to skill will remain.
You cannot play a summon.
One of the biggest
well,
concerns
actually,
we
there are
had when
summons.
removing resistances from PvP was grapple. With grapple resistance gone,
Like the
grapple
witch
skills
wizard
will
that's
become
Astro
significantly
knows
more
counts as
powerful,
summon.
and classes
Gamers
with ranged
counts as summon.
grapple skills could become disproportionately strong compared to those with melee grapple.
Grapple
We
is
plan
not
to address
strong.
this making
Just dodge
distinguishable
them.
ranged grapple animations. For example, a wind up animation when attempting a ranged grapple, and the speed and the style of
Oh
these
yeah, Lan
animations
will become
will
a
play a
cunt.
key role in balancing. Melee grapples will also go through some adjustments. We'll put our best efforts into making this change, and it could be done in a different way in the future,
Range grab on
as we
Wukong,
consider
please.
various other methods while we prepare this change.
That's nice. The wind-up is nice.
Well, if it's like mobile, Wukong has a
Like, that's definitely going to be more telegraphed.
Long
Yeah, but he needs a
mention.
range grab and a melee grab. Protected melee grab, please.
Okay.
Additionally, the grapple resistance is not used against monsters either, so the effect will be removed entirely. Items that currently increase or ignore grapple resistance will be converted to silver with the patch to be received by the adventurers.
So, no resistance for grapple. Good. Why did they take so long to explain
Next up,
the grapple shot?
grouping synergy multipliers. Screen, please.
This, I think, it's... Oh, so it's kind of...
is this?
Whoa,
split
hold
into three
up.
different...
Whoa, not this change.
Wait, actually?
as you can see on the
This?
screen,
This is
This?
crazy.
synergy multipliers of classes will be applied in 3 different groups, depending on
Wow.
the characteristics of each class. If you look at Ranger, you'll notice that Succession and Awakening are placed in different groups.
Yeah, I can tell.
Succession Ranger uses a ranged
Yeah,
weapon.
as you can see.
Yeah.
and
As you can
Awakening
see, chat,
primarily
clearly.
uses melee skills. Like this, as
Wait,
classes
wait,
have
wait.
different playstyles between Succession
Arrow,
and
arrow
Awakening,
equal?
Yeah, the
making them more
equal
appropriate for
sign.
different groups.
Arrow
Also
equal
carefully
arrow, arrow,
review
arrow
each class
equal.
to
What
see
does
if there are
that
any
mean?
areas that are lacking
Wait,
or
that
need
is
improvement
actually...
until the patch
That is pretty
goes
in-depth,
live.
though.
So this is kind of a change on the class damage modifiers.
Yes?
There's one more important thing. We have decided to block mouse movement with this update as well.
Ooh. What? Time to quit the game, choice!
Yeah.
Mouse
Zerker dead.
movement has
Oh my
dead.
god, guys, I will not hear the end
a
of
feature
choice
since the very
bitching about this
beginning.
for months.
and many adventurers have
wanted
become
it.
accustomed to it,
Fuck Zerker
which is
players.
why we've kept it in the game. But over time,
How do you
it
control your LAN
began to
now?
affect the balance.
You
of the
just
game
gonna
and
like
started
fly off a
to become
cliff?
deciding factor in adventurers' skill
Well, what do you
level.
mean? You never needed mouse movement for her.
So along with the
Yeah.
aforementioned
For LAN?
changes,
If you
we're taking
like
this
fly long
opportunity to
distance?
fully
Actually, Lon had a lot of
disable
mouse movement.
Yeah, you just go straight and use mouse movement to like turn.
as part of the character.
But now you can't, so you just fly off a
and
cliff.
that they could take
Zerker
the
Lon deck
removal of the
classes.
feature as a
Thankfully.
nerf or debuff to their character. So, but please note
I wanna-
that we'll all be also
I wanna see
making
what
the
choices thinks.
appropriate improvements in its place.
Yeah. So this may have been very sudden for some, because it's not something that was mentioned last
Get
year.
it out of here!
But as Wansu explained,
cares?
there were
Get rid
many
of it.
problems with it,
Goodbye,
and
mouse
some
movement.
structural issues that needed to be fixed. Mouse movement forcibly changes a character's movement mid-animation, which directly leads to issues such as desynchronization, where the screen you see is not identical to the screen other players
Let
see.
them know!
Yup.
That's why we decided
know.
that blocking mouse movement will lead to a more enjoyable experience for everyone,
Yes.
as well as resolve the desync issue.
Yes.
We'll prepare this change thoroughly so we can
Tomorrow.
provide better PvP and a more stable combat environment.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I think people have all seen the
That's a
videos.
big cat roach.
Now,
I was doing a big
for the last key area, improving the sense of growth. Going forward,
you guys can
if your AP is above
improve my growth.
310, you'll gain +5 extra AP against
What?
monsters for
Wait.
every point
What?
of AP. Of course,
Yes.
these are still under
exactly.
tests for balance
Wow, this is
adjustments, so the
huge.
numerical values may change. But up until now,
something
while
for us
gear
players.
performance have always been important,
Shrimp, you don't have
once you reached a certain AP threshold, you
Excuse
likely
me,
noticed
Roach?
that the impact of
I'm
further
way above
increases
310,
felt much
asshole.
less
You're like
significant.
275.
This was intended to reduce the pressure of gear upgrades, but as time passed, we decided it's time for an improvement. For this,
Wait.
we're reworking the overall PvE system,
Yes!
including
Oh,
monster
BDO
zones,
saved.
to resolve this issue and create
we not
a
have
better
caps
environment
anymore?
for everyone. Previously,
Oh,
monster
wait.
zones had an unclear
Really?
AP limit or soft cap,
Yes.
had inconsistent hunting efficiency,
caps. Remove
and
them.
some classes
Please
were
remove
even
them.
able to perform in higher level monster zones with lower AP.
Yes.
So,
Goodbye,
we
Megu.
first reassigned the AP requirement of all monster zones with care. Our goal is to clearly outline the required specs step by step, and to create a system where falling below the AP requirement significantly reduces your
You know why they're
efficiency,
doing this? Because
while meeting the
Adania, the
requirement
demon land, is
provides
going to be that
clear
bitch.
rewards.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
We
fucking
especially
400
want you
AP
to really
requirement.
feel the result
Medina.
of increasing AP throughout this process.
Medina, whatever
That's
that shit is,
why, as a
Media's
part of this
land.
Monster Zone overhaul, we've designed the AP
Medina.
limits or soft caps
Wait,
in a much
wait.
more systematic way.
Oh wait, they
Systemic
still
way,
have
sorry.
caps.
If
Dude,
your
I've been
AP
holding my
goes
pee
above the
for 5
requirement of a Monster
hours.
Zone, your efficiency there will not increase sharply.
wanna
Instead,
miss
as your
anything.
AP increases, you'll get better loot and experience a clear sense of growth by moving to a higher
Girl,
level
can we go
monster
pee?
zone.
I need to pee.
So you have no reason to stay in the same zone.
I'm gonna pee in a bottle,
Since this
chat.
patch means meeting the AP requirement is essential for efficient hunting, we will reduce situations where monsters deal unexpectedly powerful attacks that can instantly incapacitate adventurers, in other words, preventing getting one-shot. Next, let's talk about DP.
I love
At this
DP.
time, we
Okay,
don't
I'm
have
gonna
any
pee.
additional
Be
plans
back.
for DP
DP
bonuses. We are still thinking over this, however. Since Black Desert is a field-based game, we want to leave some room for adventurers to make up for lower DP with their own skills. Our
What's a
philosophy
field-based
is that while
game?
AP has to be met, DP is something that
I
can
guess
be
the open world.
overcome with skill. But instead, DP will be a set minimum requirement for challenge-based objectives, not regular fields.
DP
so
is a
open world
minimum
monster zones,
requirement
guys.
for my
In
relationship.
other words, instance dungeon content, if you don't meet the minimum DP, you won't be able to enter these types of content. That way, DP will still be a meaningful stat for those who work towards it.
I guess
And it
that's good.
allows us to design the content to not be
Whatever.
overwhelmingly difficult.
Skip.
That's like
Following
that's
this,
like
boss blitz content such as Black Shrine or Ataraxian will have their AP and DP requirements adjusted. Like the monster zones, we plan to gradually ease the
Still, it's
difficulty of
kinda locking you
content
out of
that felt too
content,
challenging.
Yeah,
To
but nobody
summarize,
gives a fuck about the
moving
content.
forward, the efficiency of field monster zones will be designed
Dude,
around
you get like 20 to
AP,
30 AP
while
from the
instance
new
dungeon
Sovereign
content
offhand.
like bosses
Dungeon,
will require
goal is
adventurers to
there's,
meet both
like,
AP
dungeon-
Chat, what
and
did I miss?
DP requirements.
kind of dungeon.
This will be our
Basically,
philosophy in
they
redesigning
made it
all
so that
monster
if you
zones
don't
and
meet or
content.
don't meet the
It will
DP
be a lot of
requirement
changes, but
certain
we'll
content, you
try
can't
our
even enter
best
it.
to ensure no part of this feels like a
Ah.
nerf. And this new approach is reflected in the
They
upcoming
revealed
new
Wukong.
region,
Stop it, Nikos.
Edania.
You give us a pen
Now that wraps up the
But only if you
introduction
watch at the
to
time.
the relevant changes
Stop it,
with so many
militant.
Yeah.
updates. Oh,
You
we're not
had to
going into
claim
that
it
one.
on stream.
Go ahead, chat. My bad. So as I was saying, this wraps up.
Yes, the
And I know a
3.5.
lot of you might feel a bit confused,
Let's go
but
with
at the
the
same
4.
time, we hope there are people
3.6.
who see the positive side of bringing more
3.6,
structure
3.7,
and
3.8.
improvement.
I like
No
structure.
matter how
I think
late
this
it
is
might
good.
feel.
Chat, they're
We
laying
too
the
have our
foundation for
concerns
future
about changing an
changes.
existing system. It's not the act of changing itself that worries
the
us, but
change
rather
in
how these
human
changes will
damage to
affect
character damage
our
means that there's
adventures.
gonna be
You guys,
more non-
how you
or
might
non-human
feel about it.
classes.
Having love for this game, playing every
Like
day
Shy.
for years, and seeing it
Hello,
suddenly change
Max.
could
And Tamer.
definitely make you
Yeah,
feel
but
a
then
sense
they
of
change it
loss
to say
or
damage to
disappointment.
Go,
characters,
Twinkie.
whether they're
Yeah.
human or not.
Well, it's like damage to character just means
Did I
like
crash?
playable, like actual real people.
Even so, we believe that the
actually
changes we've
character.
shared are essential for Black Desert to move forward and build a better future.
Because before
We'll be
human
putting
damage
all our
affected
efforts in,
both,
and we
like,
hope
real
you'll
players
continue
and
to support
human
us.
type mobs.
There's a lot included in
Yeah.
these updates.
It's
Yeah,
really
so
good.
just have
We
two
won't
different
roll
lines
everything
now.
out.
Say
Yeah.
human
At
damage,
once.
keep it. And
Starting from July.
Exactly.
So
It's much better
from
this
next
way.
week, the updates will be gradually
more
introduced in the Black
transparent.
Desert Lab, where they will be tested and refined for about a month. We're aiming to end. We're aiming for the end of July for the live service updates, and we'll do our best for it.
We went a little ahead of him, but it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But it is a lot, and I think for
yeah,
a lot
it's
of
a lot.
adventures, it's a lot of big fundamental changes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of needed to make
right.
future stuff
Alright,
better.
chapter
Basically.
Yeah, a lot of this is 100% needed.
Clappies?
총 4개였었는데
Okay, let's
There
go
was,
to the
like,
good
I
shit, chat.
I think everyone. I think I can understand now why this was called Chapter 3.5.
Yeah.
It was really important.
그러니까
So
How do you feel,
patronizing.
chat?
That is so passive
I
aggressive.
don't know, what do you
right
think, chat?
What was?
I think like it's something that's
Thumbs up, thumbs
something.
down.
I think all these changes are kind of meant
What
for
this
the
guy's
next 10
saying.
years of Black Desert. It felt especially meaningful and in depth,
All right,
but
here we
I think it's finally time.
It's
Medina?
finally
Chapter
time.
Adania.
Chat. It's finally time.
Yeah.
Before we move on,
What
there
the
was a lot
fuck?
to take in,
Oh
so we're going to have a small break.
Small break.
Small break to take it all in.
Water break.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we'll have a
Take a
clip
small
with the
break,
ball
chat,
schedule,
to
so
take it
please
all
go
in.
grab some water, hydrate,
Free
Clip
horse?
with
and
this.
we'll come back
What
through the
schedule?
announcements. So in 10 minutes, everyone.
Did
10
I miss
minutes.
anything? No, because they're like edging us.
They're
You didn't
Adania
miss
trailer.
anything.
Yep. Prepare, chat. We're
See you
about
in
to
10
step
minutes.
in.
Break chat.
See
We're
you
about to
very
step in.
soon.
They're really fucking hyping this fucking
will see you
Medea's house.
very
This
soon.
better be really good. Here we go.
Because-
This is it, the trailer.
They said it combined the stats of both weapons.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, it's playing. Shut up.
생명의 대결 앞에 어리석은 나를 마주하.
This is the new thing.
숭고한 신앙 앞에 의심하는 나를 마주하.
What?
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 Hash?
Hashishin?
The new class is Hash.
No, this is
Wait,
Prince
who's
of
this?
Persia.
This is the new class.
Oh,
Oh, Pete.
that's my new class.
Hello.
No.
Yes. What is even happening right now? I don't know what's happening.
What are we looking at?
What is this?
Wait, what was that?
It's like a new sword or something.
Wait, what? Uh-huh.
짐은
She transformed into a monster? Huh?
기다리겠노라.
I don't get
Okay,
it.
welcome
back.
back from the break,
Dude, I
chat.
told
I
you it
hope
was a
everyone's
third
excited
awakening.
with that little trailer.
Reawaken.
And that looked like
that was the
Adania in the
Valkyrie
video.
sword.
So let's go right into chapter 4.
업데이트 발표 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
Okay,
Chapter 4.
here we go.
In-game. Black Desert's in-game. It took us 11 years to develop an actual in-game.
Yes. We're going to look at the new region,
이번에 신규
Edania.
지역 에다니아입니다. 새로운 도전에 좀 가득한
Since it's a
곳이라서
place
제목은
filled with new
신을
challenges, we've given it a pretty grand title, Transcending All Limits.
Transcending all limits.
Edania is located north of Valencia.
Ooh,
You
the-
might remember the strait
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
crossed to reach Hakoven Island. Edania is the continent that stretches above these cliffs.
Dude, this looks like a Maple story. Like Terraria.
In the story of Black Desert, this region is
yeah, this is
occasionally
Terraria.
mentioned under the name Elly.
This is a Terraria map.
Back in 2020, when the Hashashin was first introduced, we caught our first glimpse of its silhouette in the trailer.
Wait, all the way back to the Hash
The
trailer?
Hashashins who guarded the doors of Elly appear as main NPCs in Adania. These heroes have battled monsters at the world's edge, waging a solitary war that goes unseen and unrecognized.
Yeah.
As we shared last year, Adania is
Last
planned
year.
to be released in parts 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
You can see the full map of Adania on the screen. The upcoming
I don't
part
get
1
it.
will take place on the left side of the continent, and
So it's like
part
London
2
Morning Light with
on
two
the right.
parts.
Can't wait to AFK fish there.
At the southwestern tip of
redfish
Adania,
spot.
you'll find Hakinja Sanctuary.
New
Oh,
fishing
when
new
spot.
base
expand to.
This town offers services such as a blacksmith and a stable. To the right of the town are the castles of Idana. You can see Jordine's Etherian castle, Enslar's Orbiter castle, and Caphras Zephyros castle, which were teased during the last ball. Today, we're also introducing 2 castles for the first time. Rashalka's Nymphomare castle and Kashin's Tenebran castle. Yes, it's Jordine yet again, and Caphras well known thanks to Caphras stones and
2
Altar of Blood.
castles, chat.
Enslar and Kashin probably sound
We don't even know
familiar
what the
to
other
those
2
who
look
played
like.
Valkyrie and Sorceress, but I don't
I think
think
this is where,
many
like, you
of
can
you
own the
would have
castle
heard of
and-
Rashalka.
The people grinding in that
Yeah.
spot will make you money. Some shit.
Think so.
Back on May 21st, we dropped a few hints about Rusalka through the Sea Crystal item and the special story quest. We've been gradually building up to reveal the story of the Merfolk,
Oh,
the race of Corsair's mother,
Corsair lore.
and you'll discover even more intriguing stories connected to these
Yeah.
characters in Adania. Part 1 of Adania features 5 castles and monster zones in this way. In terms of
Mermaids.
difficulty, the order is Jordan, Rusalka, Kashian, Ensla, then Kafris. For the final boss of Part 1, Kafris will be waiting for you. We're also preparing several castles for Part 2. To give just one spoiler, we're building a massive castle at the northern edge of Adania. The lord of this castle is the black dragon, Mark Thanon, whom you met in the Mountain of Eternal
Mark?
Winter. We hope
Mark the
you look
Dragon.
forward to Adania Part 2,
Adania
coming
Part 2.
in the near future.
Okay.
As Adania marks the culmination of Black Desert's first 10 years, we've paid close attention to every detail. From the background to the stories of each character,
My house?
we took extra care in selecting the bosses
Hello, Savage Mike.
adventurers would encounter in Adania. Because we believe these moments when you encounter legendary beings you've only heard about during the story or only met through their voices are important. So that when you finally stand before the ultimate boss of this world, it will feel truly meaningful and convincing. Through this journey of overcoming her, the story will naturally
Overcome
lead
in her.
into the next 10 years of Black Desert. With this in mind, the characters we introduced earlier, Ensla, the apostle of the Elonian Church, the world's largest religion, Kashian, connected to the true nature of the Black Spirit, your adventuring partner, Jordan and Kafris, both closely tied to the power of darkness, and
They
Rusalka,
should add
the
her
queen
to
of the
the class.
mermaids, Corsair's bloodline, whose story has remained
Ooh,
untold
I like her
until
chat. Can I
now,
play as her?
have been chosen as bosses of Adania Part 1.
Rusalka.
As you confront these bosses, you'll gain a clear understanding of the key lore elements scattered throughout the story so far, and know exactly who you must face in Part 2
These
of Edania,
bosses look cool,
the
by the
finale
way.
of Black Desert's first act, and why you must defeat her.
So
I'm
much
sure
cooler
many
than
of
the Land
you
of
are
the Morning Light.
also curious
Yeah.
about the story in Adania.
Yeah.
I can imagine some of the questions you might have, like, so, is this finally the end? Are we really going to take down Alezra this time? But this time, Edania will be truly different. We've carefully prepared a story that will make you say it was worth the wait.
What did I miss?
And the loose
They
ends
showed it,
that
Shrimp. You
need to be
missed so
tied up
fucking
will
much.
be fully
So much.
resolved in
Oh
Part
God, what happened?
and Part 2
They
will
showed
leave you
Adania
excited
trailer.
for the next chapter of the adventure. We've also put a lot of effort in the main
Hello,
quest line.
bullies.
With plenty of cutscenes and cinematic
But no hammers
moments,
or
we
Wukong
hope
yet,
you
right?
enjoyed the story as
No.
you look back on your
Okay,
journey
thank God.
so far.
이번 메인 의뢰는 최후의 글라디우스 의뢰를 완료해야만 진행이 가능한
For Adania's main questline, you'll need to have completed the final
is that?
Gladios quest to proceed.
What is this
Previously,
final
you could only
Gladios?
start the next quest with the character who completed the previous one, which was inconvenient for many of you. This time, as long as you've completed the final Gladios, you can start Adania main quest with any character in your
Quest
family,
menu.
so you can enjoy the story with the class you want. That wraps up the overview of what's to come. Now, Wansu will take over and share the details with you.
Ooh,
Let me
Monster
introduce
Zone
the
and
monster
bosses.
zones,
Here we
bosses
go.
and loot you'll find in Edania. First, the monster zones in Edania are similar to existing ones, but with some differences. Monsters are loyal to each castle. Zord will be played around the castle.
I think I have that.
You'll be battle these monsters as you would in the other monster zones, and battle against the lords, as known as the bosses, will take place within their castle. The castle with the lowest difficulty is Jordan's Atarian castle, which requires
God
350 AP and 427 DP. Since it's a monster zone at the beginning of Edania, we didn't want to set requirements too high. At first glance, the AP and DP requirements for the first region might seem a bit high, but since we are preparing many new updates alongside Edania, we expect adventurers will be able to enter monster zones sooner than you might think.
Yeah, we'll
As
get
mentioned
5
earlier,
AP
the first
for...
monster zone and the boss fight against Jordan will
For
have
every
the
additional
requirements
AP
that
thingy.
most adventurers can meet.
Yeah, but that's only monster
But
AP.
the bosses that follow
Not
will
sure.
have significantly higher AP and DP requirements.
Still good.
The AP requirements
Yeah, but
for later
I
castles go from
would
360,
expect them to
365,
like already
370 and up
consider
to
that
380.
into the
And DP
350.
requirements will also rise steadily up to 460. You might think the DP requirements are a bit too high, but I will explain this further later, when I introduce a new item.
Oh, a new item?
As mentioned earlier, the difficulties
It's
of
gonna
these
be a
monster
fucking
zones are
boss
designed with
fanny pack.
incremental levels. They are divided to provide a clear sense of progress, and this design will continue naturally. not only into
Three
part 1,
for
but
60.
part 2 as well.
What?
Each monster zone and boss will feature a new mechanic and variety of combat, which I'm sure many of you are eager to learn more about.
Should be easy if
So
it's like
today
a
we
Kudum
prepared a
like
video
new item.
showcasing
Ooh, a
a battle
video.
with the new boss.
Here we go.
Let's watch the video before I explain.
Okay.
Is that a warrior?
The boss, chat. Look at her.
It's a Valkyrie.
It's a guardian. Oh wait, no, you're right.
Yeah, it's Enslar. She's like the queen of Valks or whatever.
Ooh, where'd she go? Where'd she
They
go?
showcase
there
it
she
with the
is.
Suck warrior.
Boom, shoot your bitch ass. Dodge that, motherfucker. Suck my nipple. Fly up and high. Slam down. Jehovah's pussy. Boom.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, Corsair.
Corsair.
That's my
They need her.
queen. Ooh, here we go, chat. Pussy juice. Hurrah. These are the skill names, by the way. Bubble thermosis. Leaky faucet. Squirt.
Dude, this is what Awakening Corsair should have been like, not the trash we got.
Dude, that was a great fight.
Okay, nice.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I need more DP definitely.
Can we capture them and then re-summon
There will
them?
be a total of 5 bosses in Edania, and you'll be only able to take one boss per week. To make up for this, we made it so that the higher the difficulty, better the loot you'll receive. Since this is weekly content and we don't want to make it overly challenging, and because this is another major boss update following Ataraxion and Black Shrine, we didn't want to overwhelm
I'm already
adventurers.
overwhelmed.
So just one boss a week is all you need to focus on.
One boss a week? I
know,
hate
like, a lot
this
of people
lockout shit.
Worried about APTP.
Now let's
we'll
move on
explain.
the loot that you can earn in Adania. First, new artifact and lightstone items will be added.
I just bought the
These aren't
artifacts.
entirely new items though. With the new loot you gather defeating monsters in Edania, you'll be able to reform your existing artifacts, like Deki artifacts, to craft entirely new ones. You can also create new lightstones by combining existing ones with the new materials. Let me show you an example of a new artifact and lightstone. Let's
time
take a look at the
gating.
screen.
Ugh.
Okay,
What is this, Lost Ark?
so this is Dekia's Visionary Artifact. Compared to the regular Dekia's Artifact, this one gives an additional all AP plus 6. Here, we have the Amplified Lightstone of Fire, Fallen. It grants additional extra damage to species plus 2. Then, the regular Lightstone of the Fire Fallen. Also, if the Lightstones are the same type, like Lightstone of Fire, Fallen, and Amplified Lightstone of Fire, Fallen, they're still combined according to usual rules, and provide the same combination effects as before. In Adania, we're also introducing a new monster type, Edanian monsters. As the name suggests, the monsters you'll encounter here will be classified as Edanian monsters, and we're adding new extra damage to Edanian monster stat. New crystals items will also have this new stat. Earlier, we mentioned the extra damage to species will no longer contribute to breaking through the max AP limit. That said, the AP requirements now playing a much bigger role in entering high-tier monster zones. If this extra damage to Adania monsters will be crucial to stat for adventurers. We're adding new crystal items for Adania. From low-tier
You better
monster
stop
zones,
it,
you can
Sinte.
obtain the Crystal of Dusky Oblivion, and from high-tier monster zones, the Crystal of Dusky Ruin. Both come with extra damage to Adanian monsters, to be sure to make the most of them and take on higher-tier monster zones. We're also introducing a new life crystal, the Crystal of Breathing Verdure. Think of this as upgraded versions that combine the effects of both the life skill crystal
New
of
life skilling
life
crystals,
crystal and the
chat.
vital
Oh
crystal.
my,
It
this is so me.
It provides both life EXP and life skill mastery buffs. So, you no longer have to switch between crystals for different setups. These can be crafted using materials gathered from new life skill resources in Adania. And please note, we're also working on making it possible to upgrade existing Dawn crystals. Now let's talk about Alchemy. With the introduction of extra damage to Adania monsters, new elixirs drafts and 2 new perfume recipes will be added. Okay, I've got it. As you can see on the screen, new elixirs will be available. Also,
looks cute.
with
I like
PvP-related perfumes like
art.
the Perfume of Courage and Perfume of Deep Sea in high demand lately, we're planning to add new, high-quality perfume recipes in Adania as well. The new perfumes can be crafted with materials from Edania, and you can also use existing perfumes as ingredients. For those who've been crafting the existing perfumes, you've probably continued making them in older regions even after new areas were added. Now, existing perfumes can be used as ingredients for the new ones, and the new perfumes can also be crafted in Adania. Hopefully, this gives you more flexibility and crafting options. There are also two more things we'd like to introduce: Primordial Fragment and Gem of the Primordial. These are essential materials for crafting the Sovereign sub-weapon. As we mentioned earlier, you'll be able to use existing items to craft the Sovereign sub-weapon in a variety of ways. Adventurers aiming for the fast advancements towards high-tier zones in Adania can utilize pre-existing materials, while adventurers who want to steady progress from the start of Adania can use these materials and aim for Sovereign sub-weapons. Please do note that crafting the sub-weapon with the Gem of Primordial
Chad, I'm
will
so
take
back.
longer
I'm
than
so
other
back.
routes
BDO is my
mentioned.
main game again.
1,000 primordial fragments are required to craft the Gem of Primordial, which will be used to craft the Sovereign sub-weapon. Fragments will be obtainable through multiple sources, including weekly bosses, monster zones, main
When are they
quests,
even
and
dropping this
weekly
zone?
quests. For instance, when you finish the main quest line, you are guaranteed to obtain 100 primordial
This is
fragments per
probably
fragment.
coming July 10th.
Okay.
If you guys think
Watch
anything
this.
is confusing, we'll have the recap on the
Yeah,
website
yeah.
and our SNS as well. Please
Absolutely.
make sure to
Next,
check it out.
You watch this July 10th.
Oh, next up, yeah, we have the main spoils from
Watch,
Adania,
ready?
but first, a video.
Ooh, a video. Shrimp, shut up. Ooh.
Okay, we're all farming.
Aura farming, yeah. It's walking too slow.
Okay.
Is that a new cosmetic?
Wait, is it? Oh, I think it is.
For the new grind. You probably unlocked this outfit on the new grind.
Or is it sovereign armor?
I don't... It would be gold if
New
it was
outfit or
sovereign.
sovereign armor?
It would be gold if it was sovereign, I think. I don't know, but look at that hip sway. Shit on me, daddy.
What you just saw. Wait for it. There's clappies first. The clappies. I need to
Clappies.
pause.
That
Pause.
deserved that
Pause.
tone.
What you just saw is the new primordial grade defense gear, Idana's defense gear.
Let's go.
As the next tier after Slumbering Origin defense gear, the new Adana's defense gear, especially the gloves and shoes, features a unique design that combines both damage reduction and evasion, much like how the Sovereign sub-weapon is designed as a
Build
blend of
diversity.
Reaper and Kuta. Right now, Slumbering Origin defense gears faces challenges. Similar to what the new Debrecker accessories, enhancing Tetzel pen was set to be extremely difficult, and with no alternate methods, pushing your
So
DP higher
Fallen
was a major
God
struggle.
is
With
gonna be
Adana's
useless?
defense gear, we want to take a similar approach to last
No, you have
year's
to get it to
Sovereign
10
weapons
first
and
to
Charizard
start it.
accessories. But since we
Imagine.
also revealed the Sovereign sub-weapon today, releasing all 4 defense gear pieces at once might be overwhelming. So, for Adana's defense gear, we've simplified the crafting process, but limited how often you can obtain the required enhancement materials. This helps prevent players from skipping
Rate
multiple
this ball.
enhancement
We're
levels
not done.
simply
We're
by
getting to
having
the good
enough
stuff.
resources. If that sounds familiar,
So far, it's a 6 out of 10.
it's because I've said something similar when we first introduced sovereign weapons. This time, I'm not going to repeat the same mistake. To craft Idana's defense gear, you combine your existing Tet Slumbering Origin defense gear with 1 fragment of Adana. You can get a fragment of Adana immediately after defeating a boss in Adania. So, if you already have Tet Slumbering Origin defense gear, you can start crafting it immediately.
Oh, that's so nice.
However, enhancing to Idana's defense gear requires a special material called Idana's Black Stone, which is crafted using fragment of Adana. Since you can only defeat 1 boss and earn 1 fragment of Adana per week, enhancing your gear to Adana's defense gear will take a very long time. If you already have Tet Slumbering Origin defense gear, you can craft and enhance each piece gradually. If you're still working towards it, you can gather fragments of Adania by defeating Adania's bosses ahead of time and plan accordingly. Currently, a few players managed to overcome the challenge of obtained Pen Slumbering Origin defense gear. As of June 23rd, across all regions, 77 adventurers own at least
77
one
people
Pen
have a
Slumbering Origin
pen?
defense gear,
That's
with a
way
total
more
of
than I thought.
99 pieces. Since these players have conquered such a difficult feat, they'll be
Wait, that
recognized
means some of those
accordingly.
77 have 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone who already owns Pen Slumbering Origin defense gear can immediately convert it to Oct Adana's defense gear. As I mentioned earlier, because upgrading Adana's defense
this
gear
good?
all the way
Well,
to Oct
this
will
is
take
for-
a significant amount of time. You'll be
Wait, so
ahead
they want
of other
they want to
adventurers
time
in the
gate
world
people
for
with a
that
lot of
time.
resources, but then they allow you
As
to
for the
convert a
enhancement
pen, so
difficulty,
people just go
the
for a
success
pen
rate
then?
from Tet to
convert it.
Pen
Nobody's going
is
for a pen.
4.87%
Don't go
with
for a pen.
240
You don't-
stats.
only,
And
like,
from Set
whales
to
go for a
Oct,
pen.
It's 4.99% with 310
I mean,
stats. The ancient anvil system
Nobody's going
can
for a
Depending on
also be applied,
how much the
which
time
is set
gate
to
is.
30
If it
Agris
takes you like
essence for
2
Oct.
years to get to
Please keep
Oct,
in mind,
Isn't
we've set a
pen like
lower
0.1%
difficulty and the
chance?
ancient anvil attempt
even lower.
compared to sovereign weapons in consideration
it's
of
like the same as-
limitations
well, it's like the
in
same as
material
0.03%, I
acquisition.
think.
Start.
but it has a pity.
There's something else to share
I think the
it's
pity is
about the
that like
design of Adana's
yeah, but I
defense
think
gear.
that's it's like a
As the
couple
best
trillion in
defense
silver,
gear
no?
that will exist in the
We could
game,
just like brute
it
force it.
features
Yeah,
an
it's only like a-
unparalleled
a-
design worthy
a
of its
trillion.
name.
I mean,
Since
there
the
is people
equipment
who have
is based on
few
the word
trillion
world
sitting
of
right now,
Adania,
so
it carries a dark and intense aura,
A dark
with a design
aura.
that radiates primordial power. We've
Primordial.
also prepared exclusive visual effects that will be unlocked at Pen and Oct. We plan to continue this approach in future designs, enhancing adventurers' immersion for the unique gears obtained in-game. On the other hand, we plan to keep designing outfits with a variety of
Didn't
concepts.
they just
Not
release
that we're
like a
going
new
to
pair
only
of
focus
gloves
on
or
modern
something?
outfits. We simply will continue trying out
About
designs
over a
goes.
year
if it
ago.
The
strays
shoes?
a bit from Black
Yeah.
Desert's lore,
Been-
as long as you enjoyed them.
Yeah, maybe it was shoes.
Yeah, the shoes were the last
So
piece
please continue to support us.
of Fallen God piece.
And there are some of you that's been eager to get some cool gears in game, right? So if you collect all 4 of Adana's defense gear,
yeah, that was
we'll
almost
give you
2
an
years ago.
outfit set identical to the gear. You can use it on your main or give it to an alt.
What? You'll get a second set?
An outfit.
It's like an outfit. It's an outfit.
And this is for you to enjoy
That
its
looks
design
like the gear.
by itself.
Oh,
That's pretty awesome.
just cosmetic.
Wait,
I got a little sidetracked, but let's get back to the main
chest
topic. This
at
time,
Pen,
I like to
which is
talk
a
more about the
prisoner.
stats. As we mentioned earlier, damage reduction and evasion are combined in Adana's gloves and shoes, and likewise,
Price
maneuver and
108.
totem stats of sovereign weapons, sub-weapons.
This
This
is-
increases the overall stats, especially damage reduction
Melly,
and
thank you so much for
evasion.
the prime.
Some
5
more
months.
offensive power
Thank you,
is
thank you,
needed
thank
for the
you.
balance. There are 2 major
Oh.
changes.
So converting
First,
it gives you
AP of
+1.
sovereign main and awakening weapons will be increased. They will gain an extra AP +1 at Pen, Hex, and Sept, for a total of +3 AP. Additionally, reforming your sovereign weapon will grant another +3 AP.
What?
That's a total of 6 AP. With these changes, a reformed Oct sovereign weapon will go from 146 AP to 152 AP.
Damn.
There's something extra you need to do. If you already own it, it will be applied immediately without patch.
This is too
But
much,
there's something
too many
about that
numbers.
that's
I have no
odd,
idea
right?
what's going
You
on,
can't
dude. He
upgrade sovereign
ultied.
main
I'm
weapons at
lost.
the moment. So with this patch, we're adding sovereign main weapon reform as well. Reformed sovereign main weapon will receive the AP +3 bonus. And to help balance the increased evasion, they'll gain an additional +50 accuracy.
What is this?
Oh, and please note that the
reformed
main
for
weapon
sovereign
upgrade for
weapons.
sovereign weapon only. But for the upgrade, you need a Garma's Heart, which isn't easy to get.
Wait,
Ooh, everybody's getting Garmo's hearts
So-
today for free.
With this patch, on July 9th, we'll give every adventurer one Garmo's heart, more precisely an inverted heart
There
of
you go,
Garmo
new
that
people.
cannot be
Let's
traded,
go.
as I mentioned earlier.
That's actually
Really
kind of
happy
big, by
faces
the way.
there.
Sorry, as I mentioned earlier,
That's
the original
big.
plan was to
That's
introduce
huge.
the AP
Wait, so you need
increase per
3
enhancement level
Garmo's hearts
for
in total
Sovereign
now?
Weapon,
Yeah, but you get
and the
one for
main
free.
weapon upgrade alongside Edania. But we will
Wait,
be
don't you need
giving it
4 if
out
you also
early
wanna
with the update
reform your
of
main
July
weapon?
9th.
I mean,
So,
your awakening
you
weapon.
can enjoy the boosted AP
How do you need
right
4
after
if
the
you
board.
only have 3
That
weapons?
said, the plus 50 accuracy might feel a bit too
You'll have your main
significant
hand, your awakening, and your
at the moment, so we hope for your understanding and patience
How do
on
you
that.
get
Oh,
4
because the
shit?
awakening
If you
already
have
has.
Garmo's
Oh,
heart,
it's reformed
you can
already.
use it on your main
Oh.
weapon right away. If you don't have one yet, you can start working towards whichever one you prefer first.
Wait, does the
That
Karanda heart work?
concludes my explanation.
Karanda?
The stats for Adana's defense gear have been set with both PvE
Yes?
and PvP
Your
in mind,
asshole's a
as well as the
Karanda.
future direction of the
What are you
game.
hating right
We'll
now?
stay focused until the end to avoid any major issue and ensure everything is smoothly integrated into the world
Well, I
over
can sell one of
time
my Garmo's
without
hearts.
causing
I want
chaos.
to buy one.
See,
I'm buying
chat,
one.
we're getting our extra stats
Wait, let me
ready
actually
for
put in a pre-order right
Adania.
now.
Let's go.
You were worried, but let's go.
Finally, I would like to introduce a new PvP content, the highlight of the Edania update.
PvP
I don't have-
content. Here we
It
go,
was briefly
chat.
mentioned
Time to mute
last
the
year,
stream.
and it's Edana's throne. As explained before, each castle
Wait,
in
I'm gonna buy
Edania
one,
is
but
ruled by
wait
its
till,
own lord,
like,
who
more
serves
sell.
as the boss. Adventure
Oh,
who
yeah,
challenge
Wait
and
till the
conquer
end
the
of the
castle
ball.
first
Yeah.
can become the new lord and rule its dominion as an Edana. By becoming an Edana, you will sit on the throne with immense power. Those attending the ball in person probably saw a throne on this very stage under a spotlight before the update reveal began. That is actually one of the Edana's thrones you will see inside Kafros Zephyros castle. Being an Edana means being the absolute ruler. The path to throne isn't easy, and even after becoming an Edana, you must defend your lordship from challengers.
Ooh.
Oh, that's something they announced
Yeah.
last year, I think, right?
Yeah.
To become Adana, you must first defeat the boss. By doing so, you'll be deemed worthy and gain the right to join Battle of Edanas, held at set time each week. However, not everyone can participate. Only 10 selected adventurers will be battling. For example, if there are 100 worthy adventurers, the 7 of the highest combined AP and DP are selected, and 3 adventurers are chosen at random from the remaining 93. The 10 chosen adventurers will gather at a designated day and time and place to fight. There are no rules, and the only last standing adventurer becomes the Adana. This
Damn.
battle takes place in an
Well,
instance
it's
area,
well content, I guess.
and it's not broadcasted anywhere. The Adana will have a week to enjoy their lordship, and
Well,
a new
they're gonna be
adventure will be
trash
chosen
at fighting.
through the same process after a week. The chosen adventurer becomes the challenger and will duel the defending Edana, and with the victor becoming the new Edana. Edanas must accept this challenge every week, and if they are absent or lose the duel, they will lose their lordship. There isn't a separate Edana for each server.
So this is
Across
content
all
that,
servers,
like,
one
newer
adventure
players
which
will
5
never,
master zones
ever
is
experience.
designated as Edana.
Yeah, this is content that like
Edanas gain an
98%
immense
of the
amount
player
of
base
power.
will never do.
First,
I mean,
you will receive
the
an
whole
exclusive
Adana
crown,
realm is not for new players.
uniquely
Yeah.
designed
That's
to
true.
match the theme of each castle.
But
Wearing this crown
like, this
allows you to
favors
use
people
world
that
chat
have been playing
and server
for
chat
10 years.
without consuming
Yeah,
a
this favors
megaphone
people
or
that have been
energy.
playing for 10 years.
A crown icon will be displayed next
People
to your
play the right
character's
class.
name and your family name in chat. Then, the taxes. Each monster zone in Edania comes with Marni's realm. Unlike before, you must purchase a pass to access this realm. A portion of this revenue from this will go directly to Edana. Also, Edanas do not have cooldown when switching servers near their castle or any death penalties. This also applies the same way even if you attack other adventurers first. You will truly be an absolute ruler. Edanas could die, try to kill someone, and get killed instead. Still, nothing is going to happen because of no death penalty benefits. Just keep in mind, this benefit only applies near the castle they rule.
Wait, what?
Lastly,
You can
Edanas
just
can
flag
bestow
up
a
on
blessing.
anybody.
You can just
When
fucking
an
murder
Adana
everyone
blesses,
and have
all
no
adventurers subjugating near their castle gains the item drop rate plus 100% buff for
This
2
will be
hours.
so toxic.
Okay.
The blessing
Can you be an
stakes
Adana
this,
for multiple
the
castles?
blessings
Or only
stake
for
this
the
buff
castle
up
of
to
the boss you defeat
400%
that
instead of
week?
300, making it very valuable. But it can be used 10 times over the 1 week of your rule.
Oh, that's you're actually like
The Lord.
Lord. You micromanage
Lord,
the
Demon Lord.
the zone.
That is it on the powers of Edana. To give an example to you, really feel its strength, as an Edana, you
I'm
could
falling
server hop
asleep.
freely and
Oh,
go
wake
around
up, Mr.
disciplining
Curve.
adventurers who are using Master
Wake up,
Zone
man.
instead of
I
paying
need
taxes.
your viewership.
Or, if a guildmate or friend wants to PvE outside of the mining realm, but all spots are taken, you could grant them access by clearing a spot yourself.
Oh boy.
Asking, please, I can grind here.
Please.
Every aspect of the Monster Zone is controlled by Adana. Now, I know this might cast Adanas in a bad light, but I also think it's important for them to use this blessing wisely and keep things balanced.
Time to charge real money to let people
Okay.
grind.
This Adana's Throne is a whole new kind of PvP content. We are trying, unlike previous content that focused around guilds, this system is built around individuals, becoming the sole ruler of a region. Naturally, only a limited number of people will be able to enjoy it right away. But since that one person's influence spans across all servers, we hope this content becomes more than just a competition. We want it to feel like a true RPG experience, where adventurers interact and influence each other. We'll do our
Might be
best to make
interesting.
sure
I wonder
everything is
how long
thoroughly
it's going to keep
prepared
people's
and
attention,
polished.
and then how people just get bored.
That
and,
concludes
and then
our
it's the same
introduction to
people that
Adania.
sit as Lord.
What do you think about it, chat? What do we think?
Yeah, or
Since the first new region in a while based on Black Desert's lore after Land of the Morning Light, I hope many of you are excited for what's to come.
The top 5.
I'm sure the release
yeah.
date is what you're most curious about.
Yeah.
Edania will be updated on August 6th for all regions except for console and Chinese server.
LOL
Throughout
controls
July,
again.
we'll roll out major patches, including balance adjustments and a full
August
rework of
6th,
Monster
though.
Zone.
That's not.
That's
Once
not that
those
far
are
off.
completed, we'll make
Chat,
sure
Adania
everything
comes out on
continues
August
smoothly in Adania
6th.
update in August. We're putting it our utmost effort. So please continue to support us.
All right,
Thank you.
Wukong. Okay, the real content now, chat.
Global chat.
That's a lot. I think we could.
Nice.
Yeah,
There's a round of applause for our two presenters.
Summer outfits.
They're tanking.
If we don't get Wukong next week, I'm gonna close my game right now.
Yeah, we've had a lot of announcements today.
Yeah.
From last part about Adania.
Yeah.
Like, I think right now our MC is talking about how he used to imagine beating up bad guys
Oh yeah.
at a place like a demon castle as a kid, being a hero. And for him, those kind of nostalgic memories made
This
this
guy's
Adania
like a
bit all
dad
the more
trying to
exciting
talk
for
to the
him.
cool kids about video games.
And,
Yeah.
he hopes that turns out great. And the MC is asking if he can always be invited back every year, not just this year, but every year, as he really enjoys seeing our adventurers' excited faces. But this isn't the end. There's still something we mentioned at the start that we have to come back to.
Yes, Wukong.
I think it's finally time for the new class.
Everyone. Everyone. Meet the 30th class of Black
Wait,
Desert.
Wukong, really?
Wukong.
Whoa, Wukong?
Let's go.
Wukong.
Wait,
I
he's
think
not a
a lot of
monkey.
people
We never expected Wukong.
kind of know already,
Wait, he's a cute girl.
but it is Wukong, male class.
Yeah, I think people will guess.
Guy, this is your class.
So
Hell no, this is
a
disgusting.
lot of
Is
I
it
think
me
our
or do
host
the
mentioned
three
how he's always
MCs
loved Journey to the
look
West
similar? Oh
and
yeah,
Dragon
that's
Ball.
Control C, Control V
And,
times 3.
Wukong-related content
Times 2.
has been really popular lately. But still, he thinks many were surprised to hear that the Monkey King is coming to Black Desert. So how did Wukong end up in the world of Black Desert?
Oh, here
That's
we
the
go.
question.
Portals.
The new
Copy
class,
pasted
Wukong,
from mobile.
began development in August 2020 under the concept of Asura, inspired by Ashura and Rakshasa. And then in April 26, 2022, it was released as Shinsei on the Chinese server of Black Desert Mobile, even before BDO. And now today, we're excited to present the new class with its official name, Wukong, to all you watching.
Right, Xing She you've probably seen him on the Chinese mobile server already, but his look has changed a bit, and he has a new haircut. And I think he definitely looks a bit more handsome than before.
Hola, complex.
Since the class was revealed earlier, some of you might not find it as fresh as expected. While Wukong shares some similarity to Xingxie on Black Desert Mobile, we've made extensive adjustments to optimize the experience for PC players.
Can you
we'll dive
just
into the
show
details
me
soon
the
and
class?
showcase his skills in the combat trailer.
Healy, stop it. We're getting edged right now.
I've been a Wukong main since the
Oh my
dawn of
God.
time. Since the dawn of
Getting
time.
edged for the last 2 hours.
Our host is actually hosting at that. Wukong, isn't Wukong a monkey in the Journey of the West? So some people thought Wukong would also be in the shape of a monkey. Yeah. But it turns out he's
Except
just
in
a human.
Awakening.
And after all the introduction of Adania, the connection to it seems a bit kind of weak. So we're very curious about Wukong.
No, we're not.
Well, we'll get to Adania in just a moment. But Wukong
Elly's
is
waiting
set
for
as
1
a
hour for a
descendant
new
of
class.
the Sun
I know.
Wukong from Journey to the West. So Wukong in Black Desert is 100% human, but has an extraordinary
monkey.
energy hidden within him. And just like his ancestor, Wukong is fated to meet a special woman.
Oh, Lon.
Wait.
We all know
He
Lan.
can shapeshift into
The
a
details of their
Lan?
ties and what story unfolds from their encounter will be revealed through the story quests. After Wukong's release,
Wait, he's a male Lan?
I hope you all look forward to it.
Technically, yes.
So I think we can all
So
look
he
forward
can
to a
fly
story
and
with
he has
Lan.
2
But
weapons?
without further ado,
Here we go.
let's,
Here we go. So here's the
get the
trailer.
combat, which is I think what
I'm
most
so
adventurers are
hooked,
looking forward
dude.
to.
Yeah.
Dude, they're gonna
Show us
they're-
his moves.
Show
I'm
us his moves.
thirsty. I'm gonna fucking die if they don't show this fucking
As
video.
long as
Here we
Stylish
go.
will love
Combat
it.
trailer.
Hurry up!
Here we go.
It's happening.
Here we go.
Oh, already flying.
Okay, get some gear, bitch.
Okay.
Take forever to kill these fucking class mobs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, why do they always show him these old ass places that nobody visits anymore? Oh, he kind of looks sick. I'm okay with
Yeah.
it so far. It looks like he does
there's the
no
grab.
no
There's the grab
damage.
for-
Yeah. I don't know why he grabs mobs, but...
He's grabbing mobs.
Oh! Super Saiyan. Never mind. Wait, he actually got the little cloud.
What, this cloud is so cool.
Sky, don't tell me you're not hyped.
I'm not hyped.
Sky, look at this.
Hello, Kung Lao. I'm really disappointed with the lack of flash on this trailer, though. This is not the same as they've done in the past.
They didn't put it in remaster.
Yeah, like the Deadeye trailer was like full-blown cinematic.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't do this for this one.
They usually have 2 trailers, the cinematic one and then the real combat one. And ooh, look, there's monkeys. There's summons.
I think Stella's gonna quit Mystic for this class.
This is not a woman. Stella's not playing it.
Damn! Did you
I
see that
think so.
200% taking his
Crazy.
hair out for the
Oh,
clones?
there's like
that
there's something
was
like
so
that
good.
was a lot. Like he was so like intense, but
Chat,
but in the video we got a general sense of how the class plays, but he used a different weapon than a power pole.
Oh god, no, please stop.
What was it?
Say that.
As Wukong's descendant, the new class does use the power pole as his main weapon. He also has an awakening weapon called Jade Pillar. Unlike his extendable pole,
Sure, that's your
the
mom's
Jade
main
Pillar
weapon
is all
too.
about growing
should we
larger.
clap?
Attacks with the pillar are also much more destructive.
Can we? Is there
Since
like a
the two
slow
weapons
clap?
transition smoothly, Wukong is
No, this is
designed as a
100%
flexible
clap.
Ascension
I'll
class
give that
clap.
that naturally alternates between both weapons.
Yeah, let's do the Stella clap.
확실히 이제
A sus clap. It's like a halfway clap. I don't
The class looks
know.
give him
really
the alley
fast. So, but what
Yeah,
are his
Ascension
key
class are
features?
so trash.
The basic combat style with the power pole is all
I'll
about
do the
fast,
sus
concise
clap.
combos. Rather than explaining, let me show you directly.
I don't like the trailer that they showed. I am used to the good shit.
The grab.
Wow.
So fast.
He's so fast though. Wait, hold up. Hold up, chat. We might need to change our clap speed.
As you just saw, while the attack range isn't huge, Wukong excels at chaining quick attacks into long combos.
Yeah,
He
chat.
can
I think
also
we need to
use
up
Daw
our
energy
speed.
stored in his gourd battle to tap into
little
the
faster.
power of his ancestors. This unleashes the Fighting Buddha state. When the gourd battle is full, you can activate Fighting Buddha and fight in this state. And the Fighting Buddha, Wukong achieves enlightenment and can fully unleash the power poles through strength. Again, it's better to show than tell. So let's watch a skill combo video of the Fighting Buddha.
Damn. That fucking range.
Extending the pole. Damn.
It kind of does look
Okay,
cool.
that's faster clap.
That is definitely a faster clap.
What do you think? As you saw, once you enter Fighting Buddha state, your power pole starts to stretch, increasing your attack range
My
and
power
letting you
pole
land
starts
big,
to stretch.
satisfying attacks. And if you paid close attention, when you land hits with your extended power pole, your next skill will instantly close the distance to the target. So as long as you keep hitting, you'll naturally move towards enemies, instead of standing still, allowing for continuous combat. Also, while in the
Far's
Buddha
gonna be
state,
so good.
shadows appear to help you in battle. They are not quite like Maegu's illusory doubles, but more like Striker's Echo Spirit in nature, as they assist you in combat. The Fighting Buddha state isn't one of ultimate. You can maintain it as long as you like. You just need to keep absorbing Daw energy from enemies
Also, you
with
always
your
have
core
your
battle
summons?
now and then. While the attack range increases and shadow appears in this state, your combo speed will decrease compared to basic combat mode. And since some people might have missed it, here's a separate video of Wukong atop at Flying Nimbus.
More
Let's take a
flying
look.
cloud shit.
Nimbus.
This is
Oh,
really cool.
chat, look at
Oh my
that.
What do you need a horse?
Why
That
do you need a
explains the video
horse
chasing line.
anymore in
look
this
at this.
game?
Wait, look.
Oh, he's chilling. What a
I
vibe.
think like the Nimbus really speaks to like Wukong's unique style. Looks really cool.
Yeah, to sum things up, as you've seen, the new Wukong class features a fast-paced, combo-heavy combat style. The signature Fighting Buddha state lets you pull off some exhilarating moves.
I'm gonna be playing
And
it,
with the
chat. I'm
Flying
maining
Nimbus,
this, but
you'll have the mobility you need when you need
I'm
it.
not completely sold.
That said,
Okay.
Please on Wednesday.
what players
please on
call
Wednesday.
poke mobility
It's gonna be on
is
my
a bit of
birthday,
weak point.
Shrimp, of
Short
course.
dashes isn't its strong
Please, I'm
suit.
thirsty.
However, Wukong does have a grab skill, so in PvP you can keep your distance. Wait
Grab.
for your opponent to make a move, then punish them with a solid counter.
Yeah. From the
That's
Nimbus.
another way to approach combat with
Off
this
screen.
Oh,
class.
you can counter.
I think we can thank them all for that explanation. Well, we can't say it's
That's
totally
awesome.
new and fresh, but it's definitely a class we can look forward to.
Absolutely,
Way
we've
to hype
worked
up
hard
your
on
own
this,
class.
so I hope everyone is
What
excited.
the hell?
Huh.
I think all this sounds great, but when is it releasing?
Here we go.
Ojin, I think you know how we do things here.
July
Maybe you should
2nd.
make the announcement.
All right.
Next week.
Yes!
Everyone, the new Wukong class launches
Wait,
next
July
week.
2nd.
It's coming
Next
July
week?
2nd.
Wait,
I hope
on
you're as
Wednesday?
excited as
Wednesday?
we are.
Let's
You
go.
have, you have to change your
I have
birthday.
to change my birthday.
Birthday stream one day earlier. Oh.
We back.
Well, technically, I always
Also,
do
after
the
the
2
ball,
into
you
the
can try out the
3rd.
new Wukong class
For my
on the
24-hour
Black
stream.
Desert Global Labs starting today. Hope you enjoy checking out in
Chat
advance.
next
There's
week.
a console
That's how they
release
do in
schedule
this
for
game. This
Wukong will be announced
part
separately.
of this neck of the woods.
And before,
Lost Ark players
before we
remind me
move on
when
to the
a
next
female paladin is
topic.
coming
When
for
is
an
female
anime.
paladin
Jessica,
coming out
Before
for
that,
Lost
just a
Ark?
moment. We've mentioned Adania moments ago, right? And so, well,
what could it be?
we'd like to share.
Wait.
What could it be?
We'd like to share something,
something.
maybe,
It's coming.
possibly,
What are they
who
gonna do?
knows?
I don't know.
One of our
but something's
Where's the
coming.
new
upcoming
class?
concepts
Oh, who is this?
with
Oh,
you today. Let's
Wait,
show
what?
it right now.
It's female paladin.
What could this
What?
be?
I wonder what that is,
Is that
chat.
female
Wait,
warrior?
Wait, is this Saber from fucking Fate? Sky login.
Is it says a collab?
Wait, do we actually get a collab?
No,
Or is this a new class?
Like, this has to be a new class.
Is internally
Wait.
named Savior. As you can see,
Stoops! We're Stoops!
she is a female knight who wields a two-handed greatsword. Some of you might already have guessed her vibe from her character design and the dev name. We're creating a character for all those adventurers who dreamed of a female two-handed greatsword class, while Dracania portrays a dragoon wielding a Zweihander. Savior's weapon resembles a claymore, and as you can see from his size, should be closer to a female version of Awakening Warrior. Yeah, I've
This
also
looks
been maining
so-
this class since
this looks
the
cool.
Dawn
It's a
Sign.
great sword class, everyone.
They did
Yeah.
this on purpose.
It's gonna be great
Sky,
next year.
and
my tag.
install the game.
Tagging and
Monkey
switching
and
between-
Savior,
But it's not
that's
going to
it.
come out next week, so... what's
Today we focused on introducing the Adania content, but the new class we
Yeah, it's gonna
revealed,
be like half a year
Wukong,
from
doesn't
now.
really
Wait.
tie in with Adania.
Wait.
We know a lot of adventurers
That
were
fit-
hoping for a new
It's a
class
double
that
release.
fits with Adania. Savior is the class that fits Edania both narratively and in design. We'll do our best to present the best version of this class.
I think now the
Oh,
question
shock, they're
is,
releasing this in August.
So when is she coming out?
when is she coming out?
Shut the
Well, Nox,
Yeah.
we have not
might
yet
be next week.
finalized her release date, but we're planning to sync her release with Adania Part
Let's
It's going to be
go.
so...
Yeah, so next year.
Please
Never mind.
look forward to it.
Oh, fucking 2029? Girl, bye.
That's hype.
I think we can all
The
say that
fucking
sounds
blue
great.
ball jerk off.
Okay, give
And
me
I
the
don't think we
fucking
were waiting for such a
rewards.
new class, like another new class actually.
Yeah, many of them touted
Dude, it would've
And
been
Senate.
so
today
good
we
if they
made this
released a
journey with
male
our
and a female
adventures
class.
from the ancient stone chamber all the way to Adania, and we also took a look
I
at the
get
new
to play with a
classes.
fucking
But
male.
usually we move on to talk about summer events and outfits, right? So, but before we get, there's one more announcement apparently.
Ah.
So what could it be?
Okay, well,
Just give us the code, man.
at the last ball, I said we'd shine more of a spotlight on the honor and achievements of PvP players and
Oh,
truly recognize the weight of their
PvP
efforts.
players can suck my taint.
So, when the PvP-related updates for July are more or less wrapped up,
Wait, a tournament?
we'll be hosting a tournament to decide the strongest of each class.
Tournament?
Let's watch the video.
A tournament? Well, are they gonna at least fix the fucking resistance before throwing this fucking tournament?
Yeah, they said after the PvP changes in July.
Okay, I'm coming back, chat. I'm a PvP player now. I'm gonna win the best scholar.
Well, you're gonna win that by default.
Yeah, because nobody's gonna play scholar.
Yeah.
It's back, chat. You guys don't know about this, but this is back. I don't know what this is either.
Wait, there's gonna be a Wukong. Wukong can participate.
Yeah.
Is it time to cook?
Maybe.
Yes.
Man, I'm thirsty, and this fucking shit is holding me back.
So?
I don't want to miss anything.
This is our class championship, the Master Class. It's a tournament to crown the best of each class.
So a
You
class
overslept, penguin?
championship,
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
and there's this pen symbol in the middle.
right.
This is like the
What does
stuff
that
they
mean?
do, like, all the time.
That's pen indeed. We do have higher enhancement levels now, up to deck. But in Black Desert,
the Arena
Praetor
Solar stuff.
Tri-Tep pen is
You're the
iconic.
best in the class
And
now.
pen is the V. It's the symbol of strength. That's why we put pen right in the center.
Gives a
It,
fuck.
That
it's
makes
also
sense.
a V
And,
for
So
vagina of
how
all
will
the
we
PvP
crown the top
players.
adventurers for each class then? And can you tell us more about the format?
Sure. For example, warriors will go up against other warriors, rangers versus rangers, which will be 1v1 matches within the same class. until only one remains.
Wait, we had
the
that before,
champion.
no?
Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, we had
Why are
that
they
already.
explaining
Like,
that?
fucking
Out
there's
of the 29
1v1s
classes in
between
our
shies
game,
that lasted,
we
like,
will
fucking
pick the
20 minutes.
best, the
Yeah.
master,
Yeah, and that's
for
how
each
like
one.
the
And
fucking
with today's
cheese
reveal of
bleed
Wukong,
defense
there's now
ninja
30
won.
classes
But they're also talking
altogether
about to
going forward.
Korea, right?
The
'Cause
class championship will live on under the name
the one that we
Master
got was
Class,
mostly
while 2v2
West.
and 3v3 battles will continue
I think it
in
was
Arena of Arsha
region
as
specific
usual.
even.
So what are the requirements?
Since this is about finding the strongest of each class, entries will be accepted by class. However, not just anyone can enter. True to its name, only adventurers in the top 5% for gear score is in their class will qualify for Masterclass. And since the actual gear score will vary depending on when the tournament is held,
Oh my
we'll give
God,
you
they
specific
locked
details
my gear
as we
score
accept
again?
signups. So, sum up eligibility is restricted by gear score, but the tournament
Hello,
will use designated equipment instead of everyone's own gear. Please keep that in mind.
So you need to be
Yeah, but you have
top
to,
5%
like, have
of your gear
gear
score in
in
your class
order
to
to be
enter.
eligible.
But the actual tournament,
Yeah, but I feel
everyone
like that's
uses
okay.
the same gear.
Otherwise, you have
And I
some
think that's
fucking nerds like
pretty-
Well,
Abraham
aren't
queue up
there
for the
reasonable?
witch tournament.
Aren't there like Arena Solaire like players who don't really
Every
have
time
the
we
high
run
gear
an
score, but
official
are
tournament,
really good
this is a real
PvPers?
dilemma.
Fuck 'em.
Conditions should be fair, but in
Fuck those
MMORPG,
bitches.
gear is
Go and
part of a
fucking
player's
grind.
skill, right? We've always wrestled with that.
Dude, I
and
think
we've
top
got a
5%
lot
is
of
like
feedback
730
on
gear
it
score,
too.
so.
But
I don't
since
think
the
it's that
tournament is
high.
about deciding
For
the
top
very best of
5%,
each
I don't
class,
think it's
we
that
felt
high.
you should show both top skill and top gear. So these are the rules we've
I
set
think
it on.
so. If it's like 5% of all players, dude, look at the people just sitting on Tvelia
I
Beach.
mean,
Does
dude,
this
I mean, it's not really
mean
going to affect anybody. You guys
5%,
really think there's just going to be
that means the
fucking
participants
hordes of
will
people
probably
signing
differ
up
based
for
on
this
class.
shit? It doesn't
Yes,
matter. It's
as
going to
you
be like
said.
fucking 10 people.
Participation will
Nobody's going to
likely
care
vary
about
by
this shit.
class, and some classes may have less competition. But as long as the rules are clear, we still believe it's meaningful to crown a master, regardless of how many players compete. Oh, and we did consider splitting Succession and Awakening, but in the end, we decided
Jesus
against
Christ.
it.
Is
That
the
would have
reward
meant managing
money?
over 50 classes, which would be too much to handle. So for now, we'll stick to the tournament per class. And if the top 5% rule ends up creating
But the
big
point is,
gaps in
instead of
participation,
giving
we'll
energy
stay
to this
flexible
shit, let's have
and
better
make adjustments
things.
as needed.
I mean, I agree. I don't
Yeah.
think they should cater to PvP
I mean, it makes
players.
sense.
They're
But,
just like guidelines for now.
Yeah.
Not strict rules.
I don't think it takes
But
much
I think
energy.
we're also
to make
curious.
the
but at the
developers.
same
It's more like
time,
a PR
yeah,
thing.
at the same
rewards.
time, I don't think it takes that much time.
Well, I
And
think
PvE
we should
players get a
watch
shit ton
a
of shit as
video
well.
first.
Honestly, the last time they did that was kind of fun to watch.
Now,
Wait, hold.
What is this?
Are we getting a griffin now?
A griffin? Can we ride a
Please,
griffin?
no.
Oh, it's fucking for the fucking
Harry
arena.
Potter?
Wait, is it fucking, yeah, we're getting fucking
We Pokemon training. We can
Harry
fight
Potter
with
collab.
a Harry Potter collab?
It's a griffin. That's
Oh, the winners
And
of
they're
this
actually
are
riding
gonna
on
get a griffin mount.
Yes.
Watch this.
that's
so
right.
Do the
would be
winners
so
really get to
unfair.
ride it?
Oh
No,
my
that's
god.
right. The winner of
They-
each class in the Masterclass
fucking dog
tournament
shit.
will receive an exclusive new mount, the Griffin.
What the?
Only Masterclass winners can ride it, and they'll get to use it for a full year. Everyone will know
And
you're
they
the
pick a
best
griffin?
of your class by
It's so
just
boring, dude.
Imagine
It's a top-tier
arriving
mount
with a
standout
chicken to
performance,
Velia.
So please look forward to it.
You come out
There's
here with a
something-
chicken.
Pretty crazy badge of honor, I think.
I
right?
think so.
That's like
Dragon
your
and the
ultimate flex. It's not,
Griffin.
it's not,
Someone
it's
just drop
not about
in
linking item. It's about
In
parking in
Adania,
this griffin.
with a griffin, just like, oh, bro, it's
And
yours.
being able
I'm
to
out
sit on a
the.
throne
Like
and control
taxes.
other people is also tied to PvP.
With your
Basically, all the cool shit. is
Yeah,
tied
they're
to
not
PvP.
they're not coming
So
over with a
exactly
dragon. They're
alongside the
coming
Griffin,
over
we're
with a
preparing
giant
additional
chicken.
rewards like special titles, and if possible, we'd like to invite
Look
the
at all
winners
those
to attend
chickens.
our next ball in person.
Oh, in-person invite as
Oh
well.
my god,
So
an
invitation to the next
in-person
ball.
invite.
So like it's like, oh,
Scott, you want to come
you're
on?
Yeah.
number one warrior. Come on over.
Hell,
That's gonna be
So
a
it's,
while.
Wait, do
it's
they
like-
realize that the
But they
winners
are the
of
best
this
adventurers in
tournament
both
are
gear and
probably
skill,
not
and they
fit for
deserve
society?
invitations. I think.
What if I win? How
So,
is a VTuber gonna show up?
So when exactly is this? tournament?
Actually, we're going to give it
Well,
a
they
bit
better
more
roll
time
that
before kicking
fucking
it off.
TV on
We've shared the
stage.
rules and rewards today, but the tournament itself is planned
We can
for fall.
finally see Elly's
Likely around
flesh
September or
if she
October.
wins.
We've got major PvP updates coming in July, and Adania launching in August.
Yes,
So this
your
schedule
flesh.
gives everyone time to enjoy those and get ready. Don't worry, we'll share the official dates in a future notice.
On a tablet.
And this
I'm gonna tie
tournament
it to
isn't
Shrimp's
just
face.
in one region, right?
Of course, each region will host its own tournament.
You don't have
so
the
there will
gear for
be
that
30
anyways, Elly?
masters crowned in every
I actually
region.
do.
But if there's 30 masters crowned in each
I actually
region,
do have the gear for that, Sir Sinner.
like,
You just
then
haven't
maybe
seen my
someday
real
we'll
account.
see a showdown between each region's 30 masters to find the world's strongest.
That does really sound like a lot of fun. We'd have to see if it's actually doable. But if the day ever comes, we'd be just as thrilled.
You think they're stalling because they don't have fucking
Masters
rewards
of
for us, but a
They're
garment
masters
part?
of masters.
Masters of masters.
Global.
Global
All right,
masters.
and I think that wraps up the master class tournament announcement.
Finally, we're seeing rewards.
If you're interested, it's time to start preparing.
Yeah.
Black Desert. I
It's
think
time to
we've
start
held a lot
swiping,
of
he
PvP
means.
tournaments before, but I do think this one is on a whole
If you're
other
interested,
level.
chat,
Like,
it's time to start swiping.
to everyone watching, if you're skilled and confident to take on the challenge, this is your chance.
Skilled
This is
and
your chance.
rich.
But
Translations. I'm
I think
doing
it's
the
also time to
translations.
move on to the next reveal. I think it's time for some
Summer
cool
news.
summer
Oh, new
news.
skins.
Oh yeah,
Yes?
actually, last winter we introduced new content like the snowboard. But this time, I'm sorry to say, we weren't able to prepare a brand new summer event.
Just
I
bring
know
Termian
you're
back.
just as disappointed. Still, we'll be making the most of existing areas like Termian and the Sea Palace to host our seasonal events.
It is, I think, a bit of a letdown, but understandable, I
Who
think.
cares?
So it's not Termian, it's just...
But in return, I think there is one thing we all really want,
Yeah, bikini
Yeah.
skin.
and it has to be good, or else I think
Nipple
everyone's
pasties.
going to riot.
And a
So
cigarette.
let's show them. Let's show them what it is.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Bikini.
Now it's time to reveal
Sky
what
login.
everyone's been waiting for, the new summer outfit.
Sky?
Sky
Let's
login.
start
This
with
is
the
going to be
video.
so
Oh,
good.
Sky login.
Oh, a video.
You can get a navel piercing.
Okay, that's kind of the top is kind of
the booty
the
shorts?
booty shorts. Oh, gross.
oh,
Throw her in the
what
river,
the-
drown her. Oh,
Where's my Speedo? What the fuck is this?
a fucking sweater to the fucking beach.
Beach? Okay.
Oh, shirtless daddy. Oh, she's got her pants unbuttoned.
Everyone,
That was
was
mid.
this year's
Mid.
summer outfit.
Mid, yeah.
Summer getaway. It features a beach robe, hot pants, and
I don't understand the male outfit.
Last year's was
fucking
Badaka,
jeans and a
and
sweater
that
to
one was a
fucking
big hit.
summer.
So I,
Yeah,
but I think
that's
this
a
one also
that's a
will be just as
spring or
popular.
fall outfit, not a summer one for the guy.
after Badaka was released last year, a lot of adventurers shared how happy they were with it.
What class
So
is
our
the
art
female
team
one?
really gave it their all
Like what
for this year's
my
design
one.
as well. Last year we had the
I
pattern
like this,
Korea
though.
themed sets
Look at
with
the
lots
shorts.
of customization. This time, the bikini is the base,
class
and
are
you
they
can
using
mix
for
and
most?
match with other pieces to suit your own style.
And that hair is pretty nice,
I think
guy.
even the hair looks brand new.
Yeah.
It's pretty fresh and stylish. And there are
that has
multiple
to be
design
better,
options.
Look at this fucking rat.
That's right.
XD.
Male classes can go shirtless for a more laid-back
Shitless?
beach
Yeah,
look.
but wearing fucking
And for Shy,
shorts.
we've brought out her signature cuteness.
Get that
I don't
wrap.
think they
All
know
right,
what
everyone,
summer
remember,
means.
this is a limited time
Yeah.
release, only available this summer.
I like this hair though.
Don't miss it.
Of the shy?
Hold on, everyone.
There's more?
There's more.
Please.
There's
We
more.
got another
There's
one?
We got
more.
another summer outfit coming.
One more?
Wait, this is the real
Yes, let's
It's
take
for
a
the
look at the
Wukong.
one. Here
video.
we go.
It's for the monkey. Come on, show us the real. Oh,
Ew.
ooh. Ines?
Wait, this is a Nest fit? Oh my
Who
god.
cares?
Oh god, that fucking Shy always ruins everything. Rat.
Oh, what the?
With the guys, let's see.
I need it tighter. Okay.
Damn, Roach.
Yeah, I know. What the hell was that?
The fucking
Ah!
shorts are too baggy.
I like this. You know, I like the hat with the hair too. The baseball hat. That's kind of nice.
No, this is even below mid.
Yeah, I bet you can't even die.
와 굉장히 재기발랄하고
So
여름에 정말 많이
there are
붓고
2 outfits this year, 2 summer outfits.
Which with the child?
Exactly. The second summer exclusive outfit with a sporty rash guard concept is called Ocean Spray.
Ocean spray.
Snowboard in the
spray.
winter, duck fins in
I
the
got an
summer.
ocean
They
spray in
put
my fucking
a lot of
pants.
details into props for this outfit. For female classes, you get goggles, ball caps, and also both one-piece and two-piece versions. Shoes include adorable duck fins and sandals, so you can mix and match for
I'm
your
buying
perfect
it.
summer look. For male classes,
this
you have
one.
shorts and long leggings to choose from.
The shorts
As for Shai, she gets a big water gun on her back and Croc-style shoes for that extra dose of cuteness.
Yes. This outfit looks great on its own, but what makes it extra special is that it also includes black as its very first ball cap. Personally, I love it so much. I hope you all have fun styling it your own way.
I do like that cap.
Yeah, and they added it to this outfit so that you know you get the FOMO of like, oh, I want the cap.
Exactly, Sky. Are you installing?
No.
Yes, it's not said.
Wait, you haven't
I
actually
think
It's,
installed
it's a different
It's
style.
a different vibe. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different vibe.
There's two different like costumes
where
for
it's
the
like
different
you have
vibes.
that little like, ninja mask.
So, chat, you've
and
seen
now
both,
they have the cat
both styles.
ears.
Which
I'm not
do you like
buying
better?
that shit for just one piece.
Damn, Sky,
One or
put your
two,
fucking
chat.
foot down.
One
Let him
being the
fucking
first
know.
one, two
You're
being the
done with their
second. I think
shit.
that's
Although there's
spicy.
no big
Let's
summer event,
install
there's
those
2
arc.
outfits, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's do that.
No, you're crazy.
A lot of comments
Ready.
after the videos.
The summer getaway outfit will be available from July 2nd to August 27th, while the ocean spray
Sky,
will
but
be
that
available
hairstyle,
from July 30th.
it's kind of nice. You can't lie.
Yeah, that hairstyle was nice.
And I
know,
think
I know
that
that was
wraps
you.
up
I saw that
this
hairstyle and
year's
I knew that
new
was all
summer
you.
outfits. And with that, we've reached the end
You
of
know
all the
you're gonna
updates
log in to
we
get
had
that
for you
hair.
today.
I know.
앞에 나가서 한번 이야기를 해요.
Okay.
Let's
But you know
We're
what the
getting
worst part
close to
about
the
it
end,
is?
now
chat.
let's
Because I'm gonna buy it on one of my
stand up
classes,
and
and then
see.
half a year later,
It's
they're
that
gonna
time.
release the same
It's
cap.
that part
It's
of the
coming.
show,
Yeah.
chat.
So from the
It
ancient
is
stone
coming.
chamber
Just-
to
you
Adania,
gotta- no, you
there's
just
quite
buy
a
the
storm of
box.
announcements
Buy the
today.
box and then the
Now let's take a moment to
release it initially.
look a summary and have a look through all of them.
The summary, chat. Here we go.
Whoa.
Look at this.
That's
At the
crazy.
center,
Wukong, July 2nd.
like
then the next week, dude,
Yeah,
there's
here's all, like, the
week
dates and
after
stuff
week
that
after
we're
week
gonna
of
get.
Adania,
bangers with
August
this shit.
6th. July 30, you can see our outfits,
Holy,
Yeah,
look at that
Medina,
roadmap.
August.
masterclass tournaments. You can see everything
Dine
on
du
screen.
Arduna.
This is
There's
a
Dine
beautiful
Argonaut.
roadmap, by the way.
Yeah.
August 13th. Oh, that's such a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And I think, and there's also like the masterclass tournament
Is
in
it time to
September.
install
I
right
understand
now,
why it's called
Rosaki?
that.
Chat, everybody, install.
people
They're giving
took
us
me
Yeah, I think
codes.
people like were very
Here
surprised.
comes the good
Art
rewards.
Oh,
Dude.
you didn't know?
No, I was completely clueless.
Oh, the
Yeah.
first thing I said
Completely
to Nox
clueless.
was like,
Completely
Honestly,
clueless.
like the transition's so it's pretty crazy. Like
but I think I will say Dine
You know
Arduna.
what to do.
our MC is now
Exactly, Wansu.
using that pun of Wansu's name again to make sure Wansu develops everything on time.
Delivers.
He's,
W for
So was
once.
this ball a
Double
W? Not really. Not for me.
Absolutely.
yeah.
This
But
ball was
it's
very
not over yet,
mid.
I think.
This
For
is,
me.
This is an 8 out of 10 for me.
It's almost over.
There's a
one more
lot of
thing.
good
Time.
stuff
The
here.
time.
It's
I
the
really
time.
hate the heavy
Of
focus on
course.
PvP.
While it might not be as extravagant as last year's 10th anniversary ball, we've prepared a variety of useful items. They shouldn't be too unfamiliar, so I'll reveal them
Come on
all
with it then.
at
Come on.
Wait, 11th is even more special.
All at once. Here we go. Here goes all the rewards, chat.
Yeah, this is
Apparently, rather than like extravagance,
Yeah,
it's just amount. Apparently.
For
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
year's ball, we prepared items useful
Did
for
they say anything
everyone.
about the new
Hold
class?
on.
Yeah, the
One
next
second.
class is
Hold,
coming next
hold,
week.
hold.
Pause.
Oh, pause,
Spoilers.
pause. They're not
Yeah,
unfamiliar.
Spoilers.
Here we go. Here we go.
한 판에 보여드립니다.
All at once.
Here we go.
Here.
10K
So
cross.
that's
all
a
of them
lot.
3
revealed.
hammers.
That's a
Okay.
lot of them.
Yeah.
Let's check them out.
300
1,000
stack.
crons,
I
3
see
hammers.
like a device of box plus 300, plus 250,
350.
3 hammers. I see
I
10,000
don't know what
Exodus
the
crown
right thing
stones.
is
That
there.
box is a choice
don't
out
forget
of
the garments.
the Sovereign Hammer or the
Ah.
Charizard Hammer.
Gives a fuck.
Yes.
Oh, 10,000.
Primordial hammer.
아, 좋아요.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna need those coupons
Wow.
for when Savior
So
comes.
for
Okay.
this year's ball, they prepared
Oh, we have
I,
seven.
I
Wait,
think
so I think
everybody
it's
has
for
like
everyone.
15
That's a focus.
coupons.
Is it actually
wait,
6
there isn't
hammers?
anything crazy,
Wait,
but they're
this
really
is,
generous
logged in
with
now?
this. The idea is we wanted to
Yeah,
really
we
show you guys a lot.
Wait,
Yeah.
Salmon
And
hammers, they said
this time we do
hammers.
have Advice of Axe plus 300 and
'Cause one from
7
code.
hammers. That's kind of the.
Yeah, that's
Three
pretty
from the
crazy.
code.
So we hope
Oh,
wish everyone luck.
10K
That's a lot of
crowns?
To get the Adania Arjuna
Oh
2,
my
I need
lord.
sensors.
Yeah.
My pussy.
Yeah.
But usually, like we know, how we
15
surely
something.
like show rewards over time. But today we just like throw them all at once.
The journey.
I think that's the name of
Code
the
works
coupon,
already.
And
right?
there's a
Yeah.
coupon code on top.
That's
working
a
out.
journey.
Yeah, I just
begins.
redeemed it.
Wait, the
And I
code
think
works already?
This slowly
Yeah, just redeemed it.
brings us to an end to all our
Yeah.
announcements at Heidel Ball 2025. I think
Oh my God.
before I think we
Holy shit, yeah,
wrap
we got
up.
everything.
환호성과 함께 박수 쳐줬던 거 기억하세요?
Yeah.
Wait,
think
I don't have it in
our
my menu,
two
though.
presenters have would like to share
Oh, wait,
a few
no,
final
it's on
words
the
with our
second page, never
adventurers.
감사한 마음으로
It's- yeah, hold on.
진행한다는 점
Okay.
꼭 알아주셨으면
So first,
Yeah,
Wansu.
nice.
생각이 듭니다. 완수님 오늘 어떠셨습니까?
Wansu?
네, 오늘 연애 또 열심히 준비한다고 또 이렇게
There's more.
Okay, so we put a lot of effort into preparing this ball and
Yes,
hope you
give us
enjoyed
more.
it. There's so much I'd like to say, but I believe the updates speak for themselves. We'll keep working hard until the next Calfian ball.
Okay,
As
so
always,
here's
thank
here's
you for
my
your
final
continued
take
support, adventurers.
Let's go.
on this whole. You ready for my final take?
And Jessok as well.
I
Thank you
think
for listening to all what we had to share today.
that
With the
these
Adania
hosts
update, we
are
addressed some
absolutely
long-standing
dog
issues
shit.
and shared the future direction of the game.
I think
We
if they
prepared
had,
early, but
if they
still can't
condensed
help
it
but
shorter,
wonder this is what
if
we
they
hope for.
sped it up
And
instead
if
of
we
making it a
manage to
2-hour
satisfy
session
even
and
little,
cut it down to 1
honestly,
hour,
I'm both curious
it
and
would do
a bit
much
anxious.
better. It would be much better.
Know,
It's
we
too
release weekly
long,
patches with
too
also
much
planning
useless
for
shit in
long-term.
between it.
Today's
It just,
announcements are just
it-
one part of
I
that
feel like
bigger
if they
picture.
cut down the
These plans are
time,
made months,
talking about
sometimes
certain
even years
things,
ahead.
it would be more
So there's
explosive.
always some
It's not necessarily what they showed here that is bad. It's more the presentation that I didn't like, and it's a consistent problem. They had that the last ball as well. They take too fucking
another
long.
Oh,
Okay.
What?
he's like sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
But,
Okay, Jessok, I know you're
Okay,
doing
let's
your
go.
final speech, but here's another
I
10k
he's like, I need
Kronstein.
to show,
Another 10K?
show you up a bit.
I know you're doing your final speech, but
20K
here's another
crowns.
10k. Carry on, please,
Sorry.
please continue.
So, there's.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh my God.
Like I think none of us even knew. Like the MC is like flabbergasted. Like what do you mean you're 10,000? Like what are you doing?
10k times 2,
Good
20.
shit,
Wansu is
Wansu.
just like
20K.
I need to be the I need to have the final word.
Dang,
Where's
he
the
also hit
code?
again his 650 gear score easy.
Jessok hasn't even finished like
Yeah.
doing his speech.
Yeah, my
It's in his
mentees are gonna
moment.
reach 650.
Yeah, I was in my moment as well.
Sorry, it is what it is.
What the fuck is a
Not
Quran?
for real.
It's basically
time to end
protection.
actually for
So
real
your
now.
weapon, so
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
enhancements
today we've gone through
don't
a
downgrade.
lot of so many updates, announcements, and it's now time to truly wrap up. We've gone through Adania, mastered the master class tournament. Yeah, chat. Let us know what stood out to you most,
Yeah.
and we
Is
hope
to MC a triplet.
you know that
Yes.
at the heart of every journey, you've always been there.
Yeah.
You're the true hero of Black Desert Adventures, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Where's the other code?
We look forward to seeing you at the next ball. But
Yeah.
thank you so much. Your support means a lot. And
Yeah.
Good luck to everyone who is going to enhance today.
Yeah, good luck to
Good luck.
everyone. Chat, I mean, to be fair, yeah, you have 20k Kronstones, but don't forget the hammers. Like, think about how many Kronstones you get for the hammers on whatever you're attempting. That's a lot. That's insane. Only got 4 hammers? What do you, there was more than 4
it's
hammers.
7.
I kind of feel guilty
Some
for
of them,
calling
okay, if you're
him
using
calling
the
me a
coupon
hero
chat,
when I don't play the
all right,
game.
it's time. I think we're.
if you're using a
You should feel
coupon,
ashamed.
it's
Oh my
basically
lord,
there's some
chat!
stuff that isn't going to be like
Okay, so the content and everything they showed off at the Heidel Ball
So the things
is
that you saw on
a
the right-hand side,
8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Notice.
The presentation to me was horrible. I don't know how they turned this 3-hour thing this long when it would feel more explosive. They did something to Microsoft Xbox conferences when they're revealing new games. It's trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer after game after game. It should feel that way. This feels like they take too much time talking about a specific something, and I get bored halfway through them talking about something. I think their pacing is wrong. If they can condense a 3-hour session into a 1 hour and 30 minutes, that would be much better.
And enjoy the rest of your weekend.
So the presentation to me was bad, 6 out of 10. The contents delivered, 8 out of 10. Ugh, you're still here. Well, I guess just hit that subscribe button, yeah? Come on. Don't make me say it again. Please?